Well, good evening, everybody. I see it. My head is here, everybody. Yeah. Thundercat. What's up, Thundercat? First to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Let me tell you, man. If anybody is anybody that could who could possibly cause, we got Movie Buff up here now. What's up, Movie Buff?
Oh man, all the drama with Elvis's sister. God.
Well, do you agree with anything I said in that side chat?
Oh, a lot. I read things. Yes.
He is inadvertently possibly going to kill his whole family.
Oh yeah, he's done nothing, did he? After coming across the country.
No, well, he came across the country, and then like for 2 days, I guess he slept out at the one place. But aren't you supposed to go in quarantine? Where's the quarantine? He's been back for 2 days of being out on the road, and immediately she's driving him around. She actually ran her mouth about quarantine, but she's not following any of the rules. Just because you're some strong, tough bodybuilder, that don't mean you ain't gonna die.
She said nobody should follow anything. Go out and have a good time.
Yeah, they think it's like that. Yeah, they're crazy.
And she's saying everybody else is crazy. Oh, God.
Right. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. Now she's going to catch a low-grade fever, everybody, and then start having a respiratory problem, and just think there's nothing wrong with her.
Yeah.
And she walked right up to the unemployment office, touched the door, touched the handle. I don't see any rubber gloves.
That's right.
Now, she did get in the car, use some hand sanitizer, but hell, the whole point of it.
Look how close those two are. You know, it says
riding in the car. That's right. Riding in the car together. And he was just driving cross country, everybody.
Yes.
I just don't understand.
Oh, he showed how much somebody bought him today. You know,
he's talking all about it. Norm F, 100 here, 100 there, 50, 50. You know, the little guy with $5, though, he gets ignored.
Yeah. And another guy.
You know, that is Elvis's sister. I mean, it's going to be sad when they can't have a funeral service for her after he gets everybody sick, and they learn that these mass graves are where they're putting people now.
Yes.
You know?
But who's the man that dropped off a bunch of stuff to Elvis this morning? He mentioned it as like pound in his name or something. Money, I don't know.
I am your Syrian king. Bow before me.
Oh, yeah. You agree with that, Reaper Man? He's going to get that whole family sick.
Yeah, 41K or something. Bought him a bunch of stuff at Walmart and gave it to him. Like
GO1, Norm F is from Toronto. He is one of Elvis's biggest supporters. Like he said, Elvis. He gave Elvis. No one conned anybody. He gave Elvis a $2,500 generator.
Wow.
You know, and I bet you he banged that trunk butt too, Elvis's.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
how's the Reaper Man doing today?
I don't know. All I can say is, yeah, man, for president.
Gotcha. Yeah, man, for president.
And I'm going to give you a thumbs up.
Oh, I love thumbs up. Now,
hey, I love your title.
You love the title, huh? Awesome.
Uh-oh.
Great. It's Daddy.
The pizza's ready.
Is that what that is?
Somebody told me I could set timers with the damn Google thing, and I've been having a ball with it. Love it. Okay,
there you go, then. Go get
Google.
that pizza, Movie Buff.
Right. Oh, Google, stop. Okay, I have to shut her off.
Oh, Google?
Yeah. That's the one I got. I got it free with some, energy company. Hey, I told you to knock it off. Oh, Google, stop.
I think you have to just say Google, not Google.
I think Google's having a meltdown.
Google thinks he's getting off. Oh, Google. Oh, Google.
Oh,
Oh,
Google.
Google.
Meals on Wheels is coming tomorrow. Thank God.
Oh, there you go. The Meals on Wheels. And everybody thought Trump took that away from you guys.
Evil Abe's Pinhead Palace.
Hey, what's up, Evil Abe? How you doing, buddy? Elvis is over there about to get the whole family sick.
I don't think he cares.
I don't think Janet's very smart. You don't pick up somebody that basically that's for you, Abe. Basically is just driven cross country. Now, do you think about that?
I don't think he really gives a shit.
Reaper man, I'm happy I get to hang out with you on here, but do you think right now I'm going to get in my car, drive to your house, and then stick you in the car, go ride around with you?
Hell no.
No, exactly. I mean, I just can't understand it. And like they even said, unemployment, you do it online.
Yeah.
Elvis has an email address, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, he could be anywhere in the country and get unemployment right now if he's smart.
Yeah, last time I knew. Last
He
time,
just has to
last
claim
thing
his
I know is-
AdSense, everybody.
Last time I knew, yeah, you filed that shit in line. So
YouTube's a job, everybody. So remember, all them super chats, all that AdSense, he's employed. Yup. You have to claim that money.
I had to do a double take. I didn't. That looked like a he/she, but
she looked scary.
That looked. I mean, that. Don't get me wrong. That's fine too. I mean, either or.
Well, she's an older, buff woman. She looked kind of like Mark Martin.
Yeah.
The race car driver. Sunken in face because there's no body fat. The body fat's so low. Ugh. She's obviously probably like the oldest sister.
I don't want to say anything, but no. Oh, can I? Oh, this is a channel where you say what you want, so I'm going to say.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying it like it is. I mean,
okay.
He's risking the lives of that entire family.
Okay, so when she walked, it looked like she had a pants, an underwear full of shit.
Oh, geez, she looked like she had turds.
or someone stuck something up her and broke it off. I don't know.
Geo, no one can get away with not filing taxes because eventually the government will figure out where your money's coming from, and they will take it. They will take it.
I told her she can expect $1,200. What's she worried about the unemployment?
Oh, she said the government's all crooked and they're screwing people, and they shut down unemployment in that state. Nobody got no money. You guys really believe that?
No.
For like 4 or 5 weeks, she says. She says to wait till 6. Well, what was her real job, I wonder? Real job.
Oh, she's a bodybuilder, everybody. She told us that, Evil Abe, welcome to the panel, Evil Abe. Or is it Evil Abe's Pinhead Palace?
I did. Hey, John.
Huh?
I did see a condom on the console, John.
Did it have a hole in it? Oh, God.
Hey,
hopefully not.
Any chance check out Elvis Travels this afternoon?
I'm just saying. I look for stuff like that, John. I look for stuff
an
like
inside joke, Art. If you only knew what your hole.
I know.
Do you know?
I saw his new haircut. I love it. He looks great.
Yeah, he looks like he actually shaved.
Yeah, but the goat boy doesn't look that good, Abe. The goat guy, he got his trim. You don't look that Eric the goat guy.
Everybody's having to do it at home now, You can tell.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I don't know.
Toys were never more important, Abe.
Right.
Hey, can I ask you your honest opinion after driving across country in the van? Do you believe he should be out driving around with his sister?
What do you mean? Are they going on a family trip?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, with the social distancing right now and the coronavirus, he basically drove to Chicago, and I guess his sister came and picked him up in the car. Very nice Mercedes, I will say that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I guess he thinks he must be getting her, she's leaving him everything because you don't know if he's carrying the coronavirus.
Right.
true,
And he
isn't
used
it?
to
Yeah.
say he didn't get along with Janet. He says we argue and fuss. Now he said, "Oh, we're just the best."
Well, he needed a ride, obviously, and I
Yeah.
guess she's the one he hates the most. So why not share it with her if he's got it?
Yeah, and he's real hairy, and they say the more hair you got, the more you can carry the
he's-
coronavirus in your hair.
He's hairy like a monkey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a big gay bear.
Yeah,
coronavirus lives off the hair follicles.
Yep. It's
There you
time to
go.
shave. It's time to shave everything.
Yeah.
Those are off now.
Become a twink, right, movie buff?
Oh yeah. No, but Abe has it right. We call them bears, and the shaved ones are twinks. You know, the smooth ones.
GO1 says Eric the Goat Guy looks like Charlie Manson.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's
Or a
awesome.
real goat. I think she's kind of pretty. She didn't, Michelle's not bad, but her
Michelle? Was her name Michelle?
girlfriend.
Oh, yes. She is actually pretty good. Yup. What a riot, though. I just can't believe that, and I bet you he was seeing my comments, even the ones I paid for, and he ain't going to read that because I'm telling him the truth.
He took the $5 ones off, it looked like, and left the 50s.
Yes.
He really wants it big.
Yes. Man, just think if he doesn't even live long enough with coronavirus, Steve, see that Google, PayPal, or AdSense,
Oh,
or Super Chat.
for 3 gallons of gas or more now. Boy,
Yeah.
So low they think that mobile might lay off people. Crazy.
Well, now it looks like Elvis is going to have the same issues as the Bergs because now the sister's looking for some money out of that $300 he just made, that $200.
Oh, she wants her own YouTube again, she says. She says,
oh, yeah. She's going to be like Bergs' Jill. She's going to have her hand out for that money.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Reaper Man, did you see that screenshot I sent you about Bergs? He emailed me that.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, movie buff, I got to talk to Wagon yesterday or the day before, He was on the screen. It was funny, too. He kept bringing up the N-word, and I said, didn't you blame the N-word about your furnace? And then he finally admitted to it, though.
Oh, I told him to stop that. He calls me, hey, you're a blank, you're a blank. And then he'll say something like, you're a pal, try to clean it up.
I knew it was getting late. It was an early stream, but I knew the later it was getting, the more crazy he was going to get it. I said, well, I'm about to end it,
Yeah, I did meet him, Gio. He's pretty much normal,
But Wagon was respectful, though. I will say Wagon was respectful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got him on the good side now. He's not so bad. He doesn't call early in the morning and talk. But I don't like it when he plays music over the microphone of the thing. It sounds terrible. I said, don't play it over that. His music sounds awful when he plays it.
It does, yeah.
He'll do that. And I told him several rules. I said, don't leave the phone open for longer than 5 minutes.
I wish he would get StreamYards and then learn how to screen share the music on another window. He could do it. He's real good.
And it's even nicer if you can actually pick the actual web channel, and if you tried that one, Abe, the one all the way to the right, and that actually screen shares nicer than just the ones on the left. If you understand what I'm saying, when you click screen share, it gives you a list across the top.
Oh yeah, I think I get Chrome tabs. I know what you're talking about.
Yes, the Chrome tabs are better when you want to go right into full screening something. It actually creates it to go like that, where you're not causing 20 dimension deep, if you know what I mean, how you can do it like that too.
And it's safer too because it won't be sharing your URL, and it could give away your StreamYards link too.
Yep. That is cool. I like that way. I messed with that one day and figured that one out.
So yeah, man.
Yeah.
I want to order pizza. Is it safe?
I wouldn't think so. I don't trust those people.
Here's
I don't trust anybody.
Right here. I got pizza right out.
You've seen that Domino's video where the guy picks his boogers and snots all over it.
Oh my Lord! I mean,
you
remember that? You remember that movie? But they got fired.
I mean,
I wasn't gonna do Domino's. I'm gonna do Pizza Hut.
Yeah, Domino's is famous for the booger pizza.
Yeah.
Golden Sun, how you doing?
Mom, don't order the Domino's. They got boogers on them.
I got Schwann's here. Schwann's delivers a lot of places in the
Tom
US.
Jasper in the house.
As long as it's hamburgers.
Tom, what's up with you and Mike, man? I seen him in that stream earlier today asking you about them socks.
Socks for cum rags.
Yeah, he said he cleaned them up and picked them up off the floor, though.
Tom, didn't you really shave your unibrow? Somebody's going around saying you did.
Oh, what's wrong with his eyebrow, man? Let the guy alone.
It's like a werewolf.
Yeah.
It continues.
Well,
right?
Who said that?
Yeah, it reminds me of the woman in that movie where the island, they were abandoned on the island. The woman has one like that. What's her name? Who was in Blue Lagoon or something?
Oh my God! I know what you're talking about. Blue Lagoon with I can't even recall her name now. Yeah, she was really young too.
Yes. Geez, what is her name? Oh,
She did have some eyebrows on that motherfucker. You know?
I'm trying to think.
Brooke Shields.
I know who you're
Brooke
talking
Shields.
about.
That's right.
There you
It's been
go.
so long.
Yeah.
Yes, Brooke Shields.
Yep. My name's Daddy. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, not yet. Thanks, Reaper Man.
Hey, what's up, COVID Sunset? Good to see you.
Yes. Who's causing our echo? Echo.
Not me. I'm on the headset.
I don't hear one.
Oh.
I don't hear anything.
Are we there yet? Where are we going? Elvis ain't driving with the sister no more, Lila. Yep.
He'll take it down too. He said he'd probably be taken down anyway. All that music striking.
Yeah, man. Take off the thingy, LOL.
I don't know what that.
Take it off.
I think I got the thingy taken down.
Strip it down.
Yeah, buddy.
I've heard of a lot of sunsets, but that's a new one. COVID sunset.
I'll be your private dancer, dancing for money. Do what you want me to do.
Who was that? Tina Turner?
Yes, that is Tina Turner, movie buff.
Yeah.
We don't need another hero. We don't need. He remember Thunderdome, baby.
Yeah. Same time she's singing "What's Love Got to Do with It." She makes it sound like Private Dancer.
The baby's trying to do the chorus in the background.
And the whole time it come to find out that she was getting slapped around.
Yeah, so
Ike Turner was really mean to her. I found out.
I said, yes.
Damn.
Hell
Beat the
yeah.
shit out of her.
What? That's as good as Flashdance. She's a maniac.
Maniac
Always
on
makes me
the
think of
floor.
Chris Farley, everybody.
I bet you don't know who did that song either. I can't.
You know who did do that song? That
I
is
don't know.
I can picture it now. John leaning back in the chair, the water falling off him.
Oh
Yep.
yes, making his nipples
Oh yes.
sweat out.
wearing a gray cut up sweatshirt.
I'm getting really starved. I mean, there's
A wife beater.
Yeah, there, a white beater. Yeah.
what is it? Library Court Jester's a 6-foot twink, and I haven't even seen a picture of him yet. God.
He ain't gonna never fly a balloon and spread a brown picnic basket. He's a liar. He's lying. I'm gonna go in a hot air balloon and spread joy to everyone.
Oh, that's thinking of others. Now,
Oh, my bad. I got the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Now they're thinking
Thinking
of others. There's
Yeah.
another one, thinking of others. Oh God.
Stinking
Yeah,
of
I
others.
saw that recently. That's different. Yeah, but the court jester, he's been on panels, and I tell you, he's better than Xanax. If you need a nap or something, he is in a lucid dream world.
Somebody
Yeah.
said he's so soft spoken you can't even see it. Quiet.
He's a dreamer, all right.
He blacked out in Target in their food place the other night.
Mm. Why'd he do that? What the hell?
He's eating stuff from dumpers, and he might have got some bad stuff from a dumpster.
Oh my God. Mm.
I forget what it was. He thought he did.
Eating food from a dumpster.
Yes, it's tough time. I used to hit all the dumpsters when I ran a daycare center, and I open the trunk and say, "Here, mothers, here's all the reading matter you want." And I take all the paperback books with the covers turned off. and let them help themselves. But they were safer times, you know. Kitty boys.
We got book exchanges around here, Movie Buff, where you can get a book, you bring it back, and just trade it for another book over and over. It's a really good thing.
Yes, and somebody did the cleverest thing. If there's a way I could send it, share it. I shared it on my Facebook. They took all these book titles and they put together, and it says, if you are, and another book would be called Wash Your Hands, another book would be called You Should Quarantine, another book would be called Quarantine. They put all the titles together and you could read a sentence across the title. Kitty boys.
My Easter was good, Thomas. I hope you had a good one. I leaked out a Cadbury bunny egg. The cream.
Hey, I seen something the other day that said, I want to have gay sex with Abe.
Well, he's very high on the list.
Well, I don't know what that was about. Who made that video?
Right there. Look at the chat, Abe.
Oh, wow. Look at the chat. I can't believe he said that.
Oh, my God, Mike.
Okay. Huh.
What's up with that lately?
I didn't see that comment.
Mm-hmm.
No. Art's pointing it out. It was in another stream.
Yeah.
Oh,
Art
well,
just brought it up, and he just said, I said that.
well, it's okay.
Yeah, he don't mind that. He likes to be popular with all the people.
Yeah, I'm flattered.
He actually said he's getting fat, too, sitting home. And I did notice that. I watched one of his older TikTok videos, and now you look at him, it's like his neck. It's like someone hooked up an air pump, and below his ears, they pumped
Oh
in
my
some air,
God.
and his neck's like getting bigger.
nice.
Oh my God. You mean the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? It's hard to say.
Right. That's kind of
can't
right.
say the word. What is it? Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Yes, that's it. From Ghostbusters. What is it? 1 or 2? I forget.
First one.
I think they both suck, to be honest. I never wanted to watch them again. I don't know about anybody else.
I didn't want to watch a female one, I guarantee you.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't interesting to me to go back to them, really.
I've been telling him all along to salad and water.
I know why you talk about him. You adore him, yeah, man.
Oh, I sure do. All right, boy, it's not cool. I get it. I know. What do you mean, damn, yeah, man? He ain't been that nice to you lately either, Tom. Talking about your sock collection.
You might need to put some bleach and some little bit of starch in there.
Oh, why do you need starch in the socks? I mean, come on.
Because they're going to be crusty anyway, but you might as well present it dry clean.
I'm wondering if he's ever put one of those socks on by accident, grabbing for the floor. Those look clean and like crusty. Oh, God, what is that?
Why don't you use like Kleenex, dude? Just say it. Why use a good sock? I mean, that's kind of repulsive.
I used to tell my therapist I did it on my sheets, and they said, "Well, that's no problem, just dirty sheets."
Yeah, I mean, as long as you put them in the wash.
Well, you've never been out with a girlfriend and having sex with her, and she says, "Honey, I need to wipe," and you never let her use your sock.
I mean, whatever's available. I mean, I would provide wet wipes and/or toilet paper.
You carry.
I mean, I don't know, like a wipe.
Oh, wait a minute. The girlfriend said, "Why would you want to get athletic a pussy?"
There you go.
What are they? What are slides?
Slides, okay.
Hey, Nicole.
What the hell are slides?
Beautiful, cool, Nicole world. Slides are the things you put in film projectors back in the day, and you'd slide show it.
Well, then how the hell is Tom wearing them?
During sex.
Yeah, he says, no, I wear slides.
Oh, he's talking about slide heels, like the ones that don't have a big heel on it. Oh Lord, slides are just like a high heel without a heel. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. They're like women's socks, I guess. They come right up to the back of your heel.
Or I guess he's talking about socks. Yeah, he must be wearing some fish.
They have little puffballs on them, like my grandmother used to wear. Thomas,
do you wear women's clothing?
They're called footies. They're called footies.
Question right there. Thomas, are you a cross-dresser?
I mean, I think he'd make a beautiful woman if you look at his facial and bone structure.
I don't know. Come on now.
You could really do it. Those eyebrows and brow up, and
He remind me of what's his name? What's her name from Florida? That's friends with Rosie and everybody.
Well, I mean, a good eyebrow waxing and all, it could really become a transvestite.
Like sandals, he says. Okay.
You should dress up as a woman for Halloween coming up this year.
Yeah, there you go, Tom. Cross dress.
Go with like a beautiful red wig, like the Little Mermaid. You could become.
Well, if he has a nice round, ass, he might get away with it.
Oh yes, work that thing.
Somebody said, "Who are women that dress in men's clothing?" And I said transvestite. They said no. They wanted the word drag. Drag queen.
I believe they're called what? Cross dressers, right?
Cross dressers, yeah.
I mean, I know them as drag too. You're right, but I mean, usually it's just cross dressers. Once you get your penis cut off, I say the devotion is there where I will call you a she or a woman. Yeah,
that's the way my friend in Georgia is. She says Rosie's a man. Always. And so did Janet, Elvis's sister, said, they'll die. Man.
It's a hard conundrum there because a man can have some man titties, but those are big titties.
Yeah.
I'm not sure anymore. I'm not, it's different though. I don't know. It's whether you count the top half or the bottom half. I say the devotion is there when you go for it, If somebody does that as a guy, I say, man, more power to them. They a woman now. My God.
Man, she's a woman now.
Hey, Kelly.
I couldn't get no things cut off like that. What the hell? And then you got to create a me hole, and it takes months and months to create that me hole with these surgical like things that split things apart and keep it apart. Ugh! It's like what the hell? It's a scab trying to heal. Ugh. It's very disturbing. Just saying.
Oh man, what a day!
What a day! What time did you get up?
When you finally called me at 1:30, was it?
No, almost two.
Almost two. Yeah, man's got the life. Late night on panels and everything. That was a very productive panel last night. Everybody I joined.
It was.
Where was it? Yeah, you was at G Mango's, right?
G Mango's. Oh, from the get-go.
I seen you over there. Yeah.
Live. I just said hello. Yeah. All I said was hello, and he said, "Give me that email address." Yeah, man, I'm bringing you up.
Yeah, Zoom is pretty easy to do. I mean, you can just click on it like StreamYards. You know what I mean?
Think you might have had more about his title and topic.
Yeah.
The Bergs was the topic of origin, I would call it.
Hey, what's up, Kelly Kapowski? Good to see you. I've missed you. I hope you're doing well. What a great shot there.
Hi, Mike. You spent a lot of time in my cries last night, too. I watched it afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
No, Mike?
Yeah.
My cry goes on late as hell lately. God,
it's even beyond me, Abe, anymore. I can't. Whoa. I just go to bed and I wake up and, he had another.
I mean, my Lord, he needs to at least hit prime time at least like 10 p.m. or something. Jesus.
Oh, God. Pusa Studios was supposed to be nasty to him. He came in and they were telling all their stuff, like they promote this channel, that channel. And the Russian woman was in there, Natasha from Bullwinkle. And they were saying that, it's my cry. Get out quick.
Yeah, I remember him playing that.
Called him a piece of shit. Yes.
Yeah, piece of shit. And then they ended it.
Yeah,
I did hear that clip.
Yeah,
I heard about that. That is funny. Matt Cry did tell us about that the other night.
Yep. I was ready to go in and say, it's Movie Buff. I'm defending my cry. Why the hell did you do that? But I thought he'd say, I got to close. Movie Buff's here.
My cry just needs to do it up, man. He needs to get what's her name on the panel again. What's her name?
Oh, don't say her.
Yeah. With the Mexican boyfriend back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Well, Karen. Karen has lit up the show once. Yes, or twice.
And he needs to quit playing that game. Oh my God, I can't. I'm sorry, I cannot stand that RuneScape. It's some rainbow guy going around digging a hole.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh my God, he's got to do something different with them games. I'm sorry, RuneScape looks crazy. Ugh,
Oh yeah,
I can't get into it.
not last night. What are you talking about, Mike?
What's the name of that woman? Him and Leo are at heads, each other.
You talk about Vakra?
Are mad at each other. Yes.
Yeah, I will say with Leo, I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
The other one, he's got a new girl, Rainy something, Rain Baby, and they say that he thinks she's jealous of her.
Yeah, I heard that she said that Ray replaced her or stuff. Right?
Yes.
But the thing with Leo is, I got a lot of respect for Leo coming in here and apologizing to Yeah Man. For a while, she didn't admit to it, manipulating Cool Nicole World into doing nasty videos. But since she did that, I'm not gonna say nothing bad on Leo. I'll say that because it was a shocker to me. I'll say that. So I ain't gonna say nothing bad about it.
No, Mike was saying it was the night before last, not last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think there was any for My Cry last night. I'm not sure.
What are you talking about, Mike? He was playing your voice. Who was playing your voice?
You talk about My Cry with the skin tag? It's not cancer or something like that.
It's not cancer.
It's the skin tags. Yeah.
Oh, those things. I
don't know what he plays.
God, I got about 50 of them on me, and I'd love to burn the damn things off.
There is something that you can use, and you freeze them off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right, yeah, man.
And I even sent it when I found it online. I actually sent it to Mike.
Oh, okay.
But I guess he likes having his little, it's not cancer, it's a skin tag line. So, if he was to get rid of it, his YouTube girlfriend or that girl that really likes him, that big girl, she needs to stop messaging me privately about him.
Yeah, but he don't want to put anything near his eye, I guess. There's one right in the corner of his eye. So,
well, he'll put fucking penis by his eye, probably.
Yeah, Tanya Z's a wino.
She's a drunk. Yeah, it's horrible.
She's drunker than me, and that's saying a lot.
She's a mess.
My God, if you got a box of wine, that is still a box of wine, by the way. Jesus. And you sucking down the whole thing?
Oh, are those boxes of wine still famous?
Yeah, she drinks the box of wine and she gets high, which, smoking all that is fine or whatever, but she gets really sloppy in a way. Ugh. Just really sloppy.
Yeah, Leo,
always horny too. She's really horny.
They were playing parts of Leo's voice she was drunk as a skunk from some God, I think it was the one with Mike or something.
I mean, she even got on Jack Squat's panel and was rude to him being all sloppy. So she's got issues. I mean, Jack Squat's a nice person. What the fuck?
Has anybody heard from Jack Squat lately?
I hear from him, and he's doing good. But he's doing good though. That's all I can
see. That jumping. Yep. My Cry uses people's voices for his channel.
Yeah, every man is turbo. Yep.
Makes it seem like people are there. Yeah, it does.
Patty won't go on. Yeah, man. Patty says, I'm not getting on there and getting recorded and played back.
I like it when he plays the time Carolyn when he's saying about the birthday cake.
Yeah.
And remember, she goes, "Shut up, My Cry."
Yeah.
That's great. I love it. He needs to play that more.
911.
No.
911 brings police, she said. Yeah.
She was really upset about a birthday get together.
Yeah, it was about the birthday cake. Yeah.
Birthday party is tonight. I remember all the quotes.
I saw that your TikTok today, Nicole.
Me too.
Yep. You too. Oh.
I saw it too. She was doing some real moves there.
Yep, she was dancing, everybody. It was good.
I'm about tired of them TikToks, so you need to get back to cussing everybody out.
Why don't you do some TikTok videos?
Hell no, I ain't fucking with that. And Nicole needs to get back to cussing everybody out.
No. Do your TikTok, Nicole.
Yeah, come on.
Do your TikTok.
You can at least cuss people out. You ain't got to use pictures or nothing.
Yep.
But
do your TikTok and, do one for King Bone. I think he'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think King
yeah.
Bone's been talking shit. So you need to do a video about King Bone, Nicole.
They're at war with each other. Nicole after him.
I ain't
Like,
seen you. I haven't seen her address King Bone yet. I'm a little bit disappointed.
RV Davey looks like he's back in the hospital. Maybe he's got COVID-19. Everybody.
Oh, I don't wish that on no one.
No,
Well,
not at all.
You know, I told him to ask for, hydroxychloroquine. He told me, fuck off. And I told him, well, you'll just die like the rest of them. And then all of a sudden he was like, I'm going to let the nurse know.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. He basically, I was in his side chat and I said, what the hell are you in the hospital for? You got COVID-19? He goes, no, I got issues with my diabetes and the circulation in my legs. He says, but before they discharge me, they're going to test me. And I said, well, after they test you, if you're sick, you better get that hydroxychloroquine, a Z-Pack, and get some vitamin C and vitamin B going. And I ain't taking that stuff. And I said, okay. And, when they do your funeral and they're actually talking to you about being a weirdo, I mentioned the weirdo part. I says, is that how you want it to be? Oh, I'll ask for that hydroxychloroquine, he goes.
I heard the virus can leave you with all kind of after effects and side effects from your body to your lungs.
We've had 7 people die from my job, just my plant alone.
Yeah.
So, yep.
I tell you, one of the worst diseases you can have, though, is Crohn's disease, where you shit all day and it's always wet and diarrhea.
Oh, yeah. I got a friend of mine that's got that. And yeah, you get, there's little polyps that the food gets stuck in and it gets irritated. And not only do you shit like that all the time, Abe, you're also in pain because of the area that gets infected.
Yeah.
Take medicine.
I heard it includes bloody stool.
Oh, it does.
God almighty.
I eat the last piece of pepperoni. Oh, God.
I'm glad you did before I said that.
Yeah.
How's that? Oh, God. Just don't think about it, John. Don't think about it.
You can lose a lot of blood having that.
Well, yeah.
You might
say if you wipe your ass and there's blood on the toilet paper, you should be checked.
Yeah, or either you wipe it too much,
or either that's right, you've been shitting an awful lot,
or either you're into maybe you just had a large penis.
Well, I saw the expression for diarrhea.
Do it up in there.
Yeah, so I saw the expression for diarrhea. It's like shitting through a screen and not touching any metal. Sometimes.
See, now, even COVID son is smart. Yeah, I have a note saying I want the hydroxy stuff. Yep. Here's the thing. It's a drug for malaria. And obviously, if you can take it for malaria, you can take it. So, I mean, I understand side effects and all of that, but you never know. I'd rather have side effects than the main side effect of being dead.
Yeah.
So
and diarrhea, it dehydrates you too. You got to drink. And Thomas Jasper says he has hemorrhoids.
You got hemorrhoids, Thomas?
He's suffering from hemorrhoids. Wow. You might be straining too hard if you go to the restroom.
Yeah. So put some hemorrhoid cream up among your eyes and it'll get rid of that unibrow.
You got to do that. No, you got to do that preparation. They just squeeze it out.
John.
Oh my Lord. John's awful. John's being never mind. I ain't gonna say the word because John will get really mad.
Better that than a pussy. Hi, kiddies. What are you doing?
John's being the D word, and it ain't a dick. I'm not gonna say it though. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh,
you know you want to.
It's good for eye bags, so I heard, Abe. The hemorrhoid cream. Somebody.
He's being a diva.
Oh my God.
He doesn't play
so the devil's son said, use your finger, Tom. Push them back in.
Oh, I don't think they go in. I think they're just outside there and just hanging around.
Push them back in.
Well, I thought that Asperger's was hemorrhoids.
Oh, Lord, that is awful. I should have laughed, man. But I get it. Isn't that the most peculiar name of a condition? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Come on, let's be honest.
Exactly.
My Lord, it's not spelled like that, but yeah.
Right. I think you're supposed to pronounce Ash. Well, I don't know what.
It's named after the Dr. Asperger.
Oh, mercy.
That founded it.
Yeah, women can get them too from having babies, pushing too hard. Yep, that's where I actually heard that. You just should sit in the tub and you just push them back in.
Oh my God! I tell you, the most awful thing you can watch. It'll ruin your life, but it's the biggest hemorrhoid contest on Howard Stern.
Oh,
And you can look it up on YouTube. It's probably still there. And oh my
There's a
God.
medical thing. You probably get to look at the hemorrhoid hanging out.
Yes, there is no edits to it, and they show it all. It's like, and first place definitely deserved it. I think they was paying towards the surgery.
Oh God, hemorrhoidal surgery. God,
boy, that's a real pain in the ass.
Tom, are you gonna go? Are you gonna go through the surgery for your hemorrhoids?
Patty likes to watch big zits being popped. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, there's people that create whole channels about reacting to boils being busted.
Mhm.
That's disgusting. Ugh.
Yep.
Who can watch that all day?
Oh, I'm joking.
Get you some water. Oh Lord.
That's what I drank. That's what did it.
Oh. Went down the wrong pipe.
Mhm.
All right, Mike. I guess I hit it. I don't know what you're talking about, but I hit it for you.
You might have drank a cat hair.
Yep.
Oh God! At least I saw a hairball in that movie about pets. What's the first part of the movie? Pets 2 is out. They show a hairball being coughed up on a bed.
Oh my God! Hey, movie buff. I watched about 15 minutes or 20 of Cats with the new Cats.
Yes, one of the big
terrible.
Ever. Yes,
It was awful. I had to stop watching it. I was like,
it was badly made.
I mean, I enjoy the play on Broadway.
Yeah, the music still stands at least.
Mm.
All right, I got him for you, Mike. There you go. You're good now, Mike.
Why isn't Mike up here, Reaper Man? What's he doing? Taking a dump?
I don't know. Why you asking me?
Tell him to
Why
get
you
his
asking
ass
me about
up
it?
here.
I mean, I put the link out there earlier. I haven't put it back out there yet, but
That's might be.
Come on up. Babe wants to watch us have gay sex here, Mike.
I didn't say that.
About gay sex, yeah.
Nope, I didn't say that.
He said us. Notice, Abe.
Let's get him up here.
Yeah.
See if he can get.
I did say us.
Yeah.
How about just
Mike?
Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. There's youth around. I need to watch my mouth.
She ain't paying no mind. She's busy.
I know, but I still need to watch
else. She's watching Donald Trump right now.
Well, that's the same thing.
Well, I tell you, she's gonna grow up to be a great American.
Oh yeah, she sure will. I heard they're gonna fire that doctor though. Fauci, whatever his name is.
Coochie.
Yep, there's a link, Mike. Grab it. Come on up, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, you don't want to come up? Oh, what a day. What are we going to do? They won't even pick up your yard clippings. So everybody's going to have to start mulching their lawns.
I won't even cut mine. The hell with it.
Well, they claim you have to cut it, movie buff, or the rodents will come and live.
That's all right.
I mean, they've already got wild deer roaming around in cities now up here thinking it's okay. The deer think everybody left.
Yes.
They think everybody went up north. So down here in the southern part of Michigan, the deer are all walking around and looking in the windows.
Oh, you got to start shooting those deer and eat them.
Deer ticks. And they carry deer ticks, and we've got coyotes too. So.
Yep. Who's mad at the doctor? COVID son? Sunset?
Probably he means Trump because.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is mad at that guy.
I do think that Trump's doing it too early with the wanting to reopen everything. I really do.
I believe he's talking about rural areas because I'll be dead honest with you, Abe. Check this out. I don't know what's going on in North Carolina, but I was contacted by a buddy of mine who is an electrician, and he says, "Can you hook me up with an A plan? I need to go buy a truck." And that's a discounted price on trucks I can get people. And I said, what are you talking about, dude? He's like, I got to go buy a truck. I said, so you want your mother to find out that you died buying a pickup truck that I gave you a discount on?
Oh.
Because you're going to go to that dealership and you're going to get COVID-19, coronavirus, whatever you guys want to call it, from somebody at that dealership. So even the baby's worried about it. And he says, I haven't stopped working yet. I says, are you wiring framed houses? He goes, no, I do house calls. And I said, so you're going in people's houses that you don't even know could have coronavirus.
Well,
Yeah.
oh, no, it's a little bit.
And I told him, contact me after the coronavirus is over and I'll help you go buy a new truck.
Hey, but yeah, man. With Trump though, wouldn't the logical thing to do is to, when people stop dying of the coronavirus, then open up, everything? That's what I would think.
Here's what was being talked
What the
about.
fuck?
What they want to get this testing down to like a 15-minute window and now they do have testing where they ain't jabbing you in the back of your nasal cavity. They're actually taking, nostril spit or whatever you want to consider that, when your nose runs.
Yeah.
And they're going to be able to figure out who has it and who doesn't. And what they're talking about is you might have to walk around with a goddamn ID card or put an app on your phone. They're talking about Bill Gates and an app on your phone so you can actually be told by your phone that you're walking down the street towards somebody that's got COVID-19.
Yeah, but if this disease is airborne, I wouldn't even go get tested because somebody could have sneezed around the testing facility, and then you're going to get it later. So I wouldn't even go get tested. Fuck that.
Well, what they're talking about is they're going to be able to test you, and if you have it, you're to stay home in quarantine. If you do not have it, that will be the people that get free reign of the country.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they're going to allow people back into public that do not have it.
Yeah,
that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, but there can still be people in the public that do have it, and it's just
it's
crazy.
You're going to have to. Everybody's going to have to be tested eventually, and that's how you're going to get your clearance to go back in public. You're going to have to be tested.
We need to just wait it out. I mean,
Japan got another range of it. Did you hear that? Japan
tell us.
Up and then it came back again. So
it came back in Japan? Oh,
a whole group of it. Yeah, a big amount. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And Russia's getting it now. Russia was bragging how great they were, prepared and everything. Then they were giving away materials even to the U.S. So now they've got a problem. I just read. So Russia. I wish I had lived through, I did live through other flus. I didn't have any trouble. God.
Yeah, that's what. You got to tell mommy that one.
I'm sure for a lot of people, due time,
Okay.
thankful you aren't in a hospital bed dying with it. It could always be worse. Be thankful for where you're at. Yeah.
Okay. We got to do that upstairs. No. Yeah, Trump's going to talk to the industry leaders. Consult with the industry leaders. He's got to be able to get his Big Mac, so I wonder if there's a local McDonald's that's stayed open for him.
Yeah, Trump likes Big Macs. That's true.
He certainly does.
That's very fucking unhealthy.
Hey, he's healthy, though, eating them for all them years.
Yeah, he's got a big behind like Elton John.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great.
Oh, that guy you had on here, yeah, man, that night, NNT or something. Nate,
Yeah, that's COVID's son's significant other.
Oh, okay, because he was saying that gays shouldn't adopt. He's a damn homophobe. I bet you Elton John's kid is as happy as a lark with all the toys he gets.
Well, yeah, I would think being the son of a millionaire gay guy, you would be the happiest child in the world. You know, if they're broke, then, you know, you could just be raised by two gay people and have a miserable life just because they're broke.
Yes, like he was, and then he was raised by two lesbians, and he talks against that. He was adopted.
It is what it is. I mean, that's a part of having your views as a conservative or a liberal or a libertarian. I mean, what's wrong with it?
I conclude he's a Nazi. He's way too. What does that mean about survival? Not of the fittest, but he put it a certain way. When you outlive everything else, it was something. I wish I could think. It's something to do with evolution, but I can't think of it. The people that will live on.
I think he would come on here and debate you about that.
Oh, I was ready to get up about the gay father and mother thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I bet you Nick would join me, and you and I could talk about it.
Yeah, but I just thought that's
maybe she's answering your question right there. He's not a homophobe, but he had a bad experience. So I guess his bad experience gives him his opinion. And
and I know what she's talking about too. I know what she's talking about because I've watched all of Nick's videos.
And you got to understand,
it's pretty horrible
to be adopted by two lesbians. How do you know it's a bad choice? It's better to be adopted by two lesbians than nobody. He didn't like his father, he says. So I don't know. Oh, and he's married. He's married.
I mean, hey, I'll just ask her in the chat. Hey, COVID Sunset, do you mind if I say it? And the only reason I'm asking, I'll say it because he put it on a public video one time, and I watched it.
Oh yeah, Nick. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm back.
But do you mind if I tell him though?
Go ahead.
Or his wife, COVID Sunset.
But no, I'm just asking COVID Sunset permission though, because I know what happened. You know what I'm saying? If she don't want me to say it though, I ain't gonna say it.
Well, we can always talk to Nick later, and Movie Buff and him. We can have a panel for the two of them.
Yeah, it's probably best to get it from him. You're exactly
right. It's not a negative thing. It's you got to realize Movie Buff is a gay male that is an older gay male, and he does have his opinion on these things. And
see, there's the reason he would get dragged to gay pride parades. Well, I never even went to one in my life, and I'm gay.
No, it's more than that. It's actually more than that. And she says it's okay. Go ahead, Abe.
Oh, okay.
All right. I watched a video of Nick's a long time ago when he first started his channel, and he said in that video that he was raped by a black person, a black guy, or I think it was more than one black. I don't know if he said more than one black dude, but he was raped by a black guy and treated wrong. So that's what I remember. Just saying.
That could contribute, Abe, to his liking whites too. See, he wants purity.
Yeah, I mean, it can actually say a lot though. If you and I do remember that video. You know what I'm saying, though, Jesse?
That is a bad thing. I mean, that would give you a bad opinion. Like Bergs, he got his ass beat by like 3 black kids when he was young. They stole his bike. And that's the reason why Man's supposed to hate all black people, because Bergs got his ass beat when he was 12 years old by 3 black dudes. And I explained to Bergs that my life would not be based on getting my ass beat by 3 black dudes when I was 12 years old to hate the entire black nation. Right. I would go on the rest of my life hating those 3 individuals that beat my ass and stole my bicycle. Not become a flaming racist and just e-bag on YouTube for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a true story, Abe. He tried to convince me to hate all black people because his bicycle was stolen.
Damn. Well, yeah, that's a little bit,
And I flat out, like I said, I explained to him that's not how that happens.
Yeah.
A lot of people get their fucking bike stolen and shit,
Oh, absolutely.
It's not the biggest deal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Kelly. He was a typical Republican, anti-gay, anti-woman, anti-blacks, all of it. And of course, Man's an exception, but
yes, I am an exception to the rule, I guess, Movie Buff.
And in no way am I trying to talk negative on Nick. I'm just going by a video that I saw by Nick a long time ago. And Jesse knows the video I'm talking about.
Yep.
I'm not trying to make up nothing or be weird about shit at all.
Well, Kelly Kapowski, I mean, Nick's
Nick's opinion could be similar to Berg's, but I don't discriminate against an entire group of people because, of something. But
yeah, but with
I
Berg,
totally get it.
But with birds, you got to say that getting beat up or getting your bike stolen is not as bad as getting,
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that.
Well, I could say I hate all Catholics because we were raised to know that if we masturbated, we were going to burn forever. And
save it with the Christians too. But you know what?
Yeah.
Nowhere in the Bible does it say you can't tickle your pickle. Just saying. It doesn't say that.
Yeah.
There's not one verse that says that.
Right. And David had a love for Jonathan as great as a man for a woman. It says that in there too.
And it don't say that two women can't get nasty and lick it together.
Just think about it.
Just two men. I don't know why they single out men.
All those men out there that say they don't masturbate, that think all the men that masturbate are weird.
Yeah.
Have all the men that masturbate thinking the men that don't masturbate are weird.
Yes.
So there's a 50-50 or both sides of the fence for that one.
But they'll say you'll go blind or have hairy palms.
Yes.
Well, and then they say if you don't masturbate, Abe, you're going to die of prostate cancer,
that's right,
testicular cancer, and all that good shit. So bring it on.
The doctor recommends a good flush.
Yep, that's right.
Or blue balls can set in if you don't have sex.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
Me too, COVID. Hey, cheers to you. I hope you got a good beverage there.
Oh yeah, I got some Labatt Blue out in the RV I can go work on. That's good stuff.
What is it?
Labatt Blue.
Does it have a nice flavor instead of like piss?
Well, it's a Canadian. I drink it because I love Canadians.
So it's a Canadian horse's piss.
It's the Canadian. That's right, Abe. It is the Canadian's horse's piss. But that's the good horse piss in my eyes.
Remember Mike Rice recording me saying, I drank my own piss. Well, at least I know as compared to.
Yep.
Hey, Movie Buff, if I hit the lottery, man, we're just going to make some remakes of you pretending to be Mr. Roberts' Neighborhood.
I could do Mr. Rogers better than Tom Hanks, I think.
You probably could. That's why I'm saying. I would make a remake. I'd do a remake.
Bible, right? That's another.
Joe Negri.
Joe Negri. I love that. And I've actually looked up Joe Negri. He's a great jazz singer or player.
Jazz guitar, I think.
Yep, jazz guitar. That's it.
Rogers would have him as a guest on his show. Yeah.
Now, COVID, I have a friend. If you give him tequila, he wants to fight everybody.
Yeah, that's the mean drunk. There's some of those too.
And it's because that tequila is the only stimulant. Most other alcohol products are depressants. But if it's 100% agave, tequila is a stimulant, actually. That's why people go insane on it.
I love seeing the commercials for that where they're actually husking it from the plant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a good one.
I thought maybe they drank the worm and got
They do in Mexico. They have a worm at the bottom. You're right. Ugh.
That's Urban Cowboy, everybody. Now, it's supposed to give you visions.
My favorite
yeah.
I mean, at least that's what they say in the movie.
I know. Me too, Kelly. I love that one, and I love the one where it's bad, but he says, I F the S out of Samantha. That's pretty good too.
Oh, and if people didn't know the background for that, it'd be terrible. But even Samantha understands. She knows that I meant if I woke up as Ricky.
You'd have a lot of people coming up to you. Are you really gay? I heard something else,
That is funny.
Oh, they say that anyway for being married 3.5 years. I mean, hell, they think you had to be straight. They don't. There's lots of gay men in the closet married.
No, I must say though, Movie Buff, if you did have sexual relations with a woman, that would make you as a lifetime person or a lifetime thing bisexual in a way. I would think, yeah.
Well, if you're not inside the body, I mean, I pretended she was Brad Pitt. And we just did
yeah, but you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Movie Buff would pretend his significant other was Brad Pitt.
To be married that long though, she was satisfied as a wife. So
Now, movie buff, do you know that the Tiger King, Joey Exotic, wants Brad Pitt to actually play him in a movie?
It's amazing. Because I would tell her, "Did you orgasm, dear? Was that good for you?" She said, "I'll tell you if it's bad," and she never did. So I guess satisfied.
wow,
John was rocking it, I guess.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
John, did you pretend to be a porn star when you were doing it?
I would know which one. I sure don't. I'm not turned on by Ron Jeremy, so I doubt it.
Was it the Brad Pitt Legends of the Fall scene where he was ass fucking?
Yeah.
Oh, earlier movies than that, I think. Oh God.
There you go.
You're all getting old. I liked other ones too. Who was the other one? Tom Cruise is getting to age some now. He used to. I loved him in Risky Business. Oh,
who heard about the reporter that asked Donald Trump about pardoning the Tiger King?
I heard he was going to look into it.
He actually says that at the end. Abe, he goes, "I'll look into that."
Oh,
we'll see.
I know
that was interesting, though.
He's suing for $64 million or something. I read.
Because he was wrongfully accused. If you watch the documentary, he was conned by con men that were actually they were charged with felonies. They were felons.
That's something.
And $3,000. Even somebody else said when they seen it, I thought it cost over $100,000 to buy a hitman. $3,000, really?
Well, $45 on the streets of Baltimore. I'll tell you right now.
You can get somebody killed. You said for $45?
It's in the hood.
What are you doing? Handing them the crack afterwards?
Well, see, that's what they need so bad. They'll do it for anything. Do anything.
Yeah, get them a good rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
God.
One thing I've seen living up here in Detroit, man, is I've actually seen some hardcore coke dealers, man. I was floored. I thought, getting weed from somebody was something. When you go to somebody's house and there's just rocks, big rocks.
Hey, they call it Detroit Rock City for a reason, right?
I believe in that, Abe.
Oh, yeah. Kids had it right.
Rock City. I thought that was another city down Memphis or down there somewhere.
Well, Detroit Rock City was a song penned by Kiss. They did it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
And they were from New York.
Yeah. And one of the main singer's Italian or something. I don't know where he's from.
No, the main Simmons is Jewish.
Yeah, he's Jewish. That's right. That's
right. He's Jewish.
Yeah.
That's right. Carol Baskin fed him to the Tigers.
We had a tongue for it.
Why are they taking so long to prove it? God, it's sickening.
Well, it is what it is. They can't figure out where she hid the rest of the sardines.
Oh gosh.
That she rubbed all over his feet. Oh no, that was the Joey Tiger. They did that to him.
Where did Reaper Man go? He conked out?
I don't know where he went. He disappeared on us. Maybe he fell asleep. Which movie haven't you seen, COVID son? Tiger King? It's number 1 on Netflix right now. They just released a extra clip. Everybody under quarantine talking about the Tiger King.
Yes. Can you imagine a Palestinian gave me his subscription to Netflix? That was nice.
Yeah.
What kind of favor did you have to give that Palestinian?
Well, months back, I was going to bring him into the United States. I thought, well, that's impossible now, so forget that.
Movie Buff is using Netflix from out of the country, huh?
Sound like a mail order groom.
Yeah, mail order Netflix.
That was the idea, and I think a lot of people pretend to be gay to get here. Foreigners.
If I was stranded in a foreign country, I'd pretend too.
Yeah, got a company going on.
Exactly. Palestine's no crystal stair to live in, so he can get out of it. But he went to Turkey and lived for a while. I'm sure that wasn't the greatest either.
Well, I hear a lot of the Indians are queer, so I would go for one of those. Just saying.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, do you mean Indians or Americans?
Well, no, Indians like thank you, come again, or whatever, yeah. That person. Not the Sioux tribes that I freed during the Emancipation Proclamation.
Oh, that's right. And what's the big tribe down south that walked the trail and all?
Cherokee Indians?
Cherokees, yeah, walked the Tears of something, Trail of Tears.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash was in it or something.
Yeah, that sounds like a Johnny Cash song. I tell you. I don't know if he was in it or not, but it sounds like a track. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of supposedly mail order brides that didn't work out. They just took the money and ran.
Well, screw those people.
Mail order grooms, I mean.
Kelly Kapowski said Movie Buff is going to be on 90 Day Fiance. That'd be nice.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yes, it would.
Is there such a show? God, I wonder if
Yeah, there's a show. You never heard of it? It's on like TLC or something.
I never watched it either.
No. Oh, Apache's another tribe. Yes, out west.
Movie buffs like me. Either way, she's probably going to be a whore. So, 90 Day Fiance. Okay.
That's funny.
In the waters.
There are worse things I could do. That was from Grease. I love that.
Yes, that was.
Remember who did that? Sang that?
Yep.
She was
who
great.
sang that? She did. The blonde. Tell me about it, stud.
Oh, when she said about Sandra Dee too. Yeah, lousy.
Look at me, I'm Sandra Dee, bursting with virginity.
I think that's what the song should have been.
Don't go to bed till I'm
legally wed.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm Sandra Dee.
Yeah.
I don't know, movie buff. I grew up watching musicals.
Yeah, you know some of them. A lot of people on the web don't have any of that. Like if I say, whatever happened to Class, they don't know that's a song from Chicago, you know.
Right. I just think it's interesting, you know. My mother sang in Juilliard and, you know.
Yeah, mine brought me up. The first records we had were like musicals, like Camelot in Oklahoma, the first.
Oh, you're definitely voting for Joe Biden. You're going to put the record player on at night for the kids.
Hey, movie buff, you remember this one? Bye, bye, Birdie. Well, that one, right?
And it had Aunt Margaret in it, yes, before her accident on a motorcycle.
Yeah, having musicals, I don't think they're flying anymore. You know what I mean by flying? Ain't nobody making musicals anymore.
When Broadway shut down.
Just about wrecked.
Well, other than Broadway, Abe, I meant like Hugh Hackman. They did the movie about the not the zoo, about the circus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that was a musical, and he can actually sing.
Oh, I love that song in there that says "Never, never, never." Oh, it's really good.
I enjoyed it in general. I mean, I looked forward and wanted to go see that in the movies, like me and the mayor go, like when we were going.
Yeah.
You know, it's just unbelievable.
The Greatest Showman. It had that bearded woman in it. Yeah, she really wasn't bearded, but that sang too. The bearded lady.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hugh
Exactly.
was The Greatest Showman. Played it.
The Greatest Showman. Yep.
The story of John, whatever those ones that had the circus were. What were their names? I can't. Armin Bailey Ringling Brothers. Yeah, one of them.
Yep. And that's who he was pretending to be.
Yeah. And the circus is gone because of mistreatment of the animals, so to speak. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's terrible. Beetlejuice loved the elephants. And I would take her when I first started dating her and to see the Ringling Brothers and all that stuff. And yeah, it's sad now.
I went when it was in a tent, and we got a free little, not free, it was 50 cents for a chameleon. You could pin to your jacket. Little lizard. Remember that?
I just think it's terrible because anybody with a little child these days, you know, they're out of luck.
Yeah, and Dad told me to go down to the end of the stands and that famous clown to come over. And Kelly, what was his first name? Not Gene Kelly, but there was a clown, and he come over and he put his hand on my head like a fist and hit it.
Was it Bozo?
Never forget that. No, Emmett Kelly was the name of the clown. Yeah, he was the one.
Oh, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you got a flat? Well, how about that? Oh yeah.
What is that? A cult movie? Yeah, now Rocky.
It was with the guy that played on the original Tim Curry started.
Yeah, the Beatles knows a lot about that, and Tim Curry also.
And the famous woman Susan Sarandon was in there. And
they did a remake of that with the chick from some show on TV on Nickelodeon, Victorious or something. They just did a remake. It was watchable. I don't know if y'all caught that or not, but they redid it.
No.
It was about 2 or 3 Halloweens ago. They did that. And it was so sad, though.
Correct?
You know what the saddest part of it, though, is? They actually have Tim Curry on it. And it's, he just had a horrible stroke, And he's part of the time warp part. And it's just like, it's really horrible to see Tim Curry like that. It's terrible.
Hard to see anybody like that, Abe. I have a friend that he had brain surgery, and coming out of the brain surgery, you wind up like a stroke victim.
Yeah, Tim Curry's in a wheelchair now. It's really bad.
Yeah.
How did Marlene ever escape that with a scar she has on the back of her head? No, I even took a picture of that.
And I know Wagon was talking shit about her again, and he did a rendition with Aerosmith. I only got into the beat of the song, but I didn't talk no bad things on Charlene. But of course, Wagon went into a whole tantrum about Charlene again,
like the one that Dolly Parton did. Yeah, Jolene did a whole thing with Jolene tune in it.
He just did a rendition of "Jenny's Got a Gun" by Aerosmith with I don't know what he went into. It was psychotic.
He said he'll be back and up good when he gets proper equipment. His house is such a mess now.
And I told Wagon, I talked to Charlene on the chat, and I'm not going to talk no more mess about her. I'm done.
Right.
But I did join in on the beat of the song. That's about it.
Carolyn messed up. This morning she said that she thought she made a mistake when she said hi to Charlene. I hope you're doing well, and Dakota. Well, she said, "Oh no, I don't mean Dakota, but it is both Charlene and her son Dakota, and also Jason and his son Dakota. Has a stream. So
right,
both of them are.
I'm sure Carolyn was just sending good wishes either way. I wouldn't say that nothing bad about Carolyn. I wish that one day me and Carolyn could get along. She comes in my stream and cusses me out and then leaves.
Oh, that's right.
I never block her. She's something else, Yeah. At least she can say that I allow her freedom to come in my streams.
Yeah.
Just saying. But I would never go with her.
She wants her roof fixed now. And she could still get a big suit settlement from that orphanage that mistreated her from the Catholic Church years ago. She said, people were throwing $10 million around. She said it won't be that much. She just wants justice. She said it was terrible, that place. What's it called? Armadale or something? Where
she better look at the statute of limitations. If it's okay, she should go for it.
Yeah.
But statute of limitations isn't only like 3 years.
Well, I'm not sure what her case concerns, but yeah.
Right. The amount you can sue for, because Brian, the guy I was miserable with for 10 years, his mother's sister sued 5 doctors for $21 million in one for messing up her husband's shunt and stuff in the hospital.
Wow, like malpractice. Okay.
And that was before, that they put these limits on these, suits, how high you can go. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
They ain't want nobody to get rich now. You're right.
Right.
That old bitch. I mean, not old bitch, but that old woman that spilled the McDonald's coffee on her crotch.
Yeah.
That really did happen. And if you go into the files, I think there's even pictures of her crotch. It's so sick. But she did really. I think she's got one of the highest settlements ever. I don't remember how much she won.
Okay.
But she burned her entire crotch, and then she got I don't know how much from Mickey D's back in the day, and that happened in 93.
But I heard the lawyers got most of it.
Yeah.
Oh no, but she ended up being richer than hell though. That was a big settlement.
I wonder if that's man probably thinks somewhat your fault if you're gonna.
Yeah, I think you're an idiot if you were fucking dumb enough to do that. I can remember my mother back in the day before that happened and after that happened, any McDonald's coffee she got, she would tell them don't fill it to begin with.
Okay.
And then she'd also pour some out on her own just to make sure.
Oh.
Because let me tell you, I've been scalded on my lips and in my mouth by drinking something too hot.
Yeah.
And that's not fun. That shit burns.
Yeah. And I have that's not cool. Yeah.
I like my Tim Hortons coffee for that one reason. I can actually drink it a few minutes after, I get it in the morning, but it's really hot.
Good.
I think that coffee is dangerous to have on the road because what if the top comes off or you hit a big speed bump or a pothole?
Oh, I've had that happen.
And it goes all over your crotch, or wherever.
Well, yeah, but that's why you don't drink it right away. I actually purchased my coffee by the house, Abe.
That's
by
true.
The house.
Yep.
And then I have a 20-minute drive before I get to work.
Yeah, you should let it rest.
So when I actually park the car, the ride, and when I get there, I actually can sit back and enjoy my cup of coffee. I order a pot of coffee every morning.
I was never into coffee unless it was in college to keep me awake and ready, and
I had to steer. I chose to steer away from drinking so much pop.
Yeah, but the coffee would just make me go to the bathroom. I'd be either farting or shitting.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about coffee. Well, yeah, but the thing about coffee is it depending on the way your body reacts to it, man. I mean, it actually gives you a hard stool.
Huh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a lot of gas.
If you were to drink coffee every day at the same time every day, you're going to go to the bathroom. And the difference is when you drink coffee, yes, there's water in coffee. You do got to go take a leak. But coffee doesn't pass through the body and come out through the kidneys. Coffee is actually processed by your small and large intestines.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I ain't wanting to go to the bathroom at college or wherever the fuck I'm at. Fuck all that.
Oh, I get you there, but I get it. You stuck to a menu that would just make you piss all the time.
And coffee, it's just the upper. But once you get that coffee buzz gone, you really feel terrible and you're even more tired. Here's
the thing. I actually, when I'm drinking pop, I feel more run down in less than a time frame drinking soda or pop than I do drinking coffee.
Yeah.
I actually get a better caffeinated buzz that I need by actually drinking the coffee over pop. Because when I drink the pop, it goes for so long and you crash. When you drink coffee, it goes for hours.
And you know how it is, yeah, man. In the forklift driving or in the factories, a lot of people depend on those 5-hour energy things.
Oh, I do drink those also. Those are wild. And anybody that wants to do a 24-hour stream on YouTube, just have 4 or 5 of those handy and just take one.
Yeah, they can make you have a heart attack though. Them things are sick.
No, that's a vitamin B supplement, is what it is. It's just flavored.
Okay.
You gotta read it. It's you're ingesting vitamin B at a high rate.
Well, Jessie Spano did that on Saved by the Bell, and she got real high on that stuff, speed pills.
Yeah, but how much was she intaking, Abe? That's the thing. I used to drive cross country all the time from here to North Carolina, and I would take. I first started doing it. I first started drinking Red Bull. And I would drink a Red Bull and drive. And I figured I need a Red Bull every 2.5 hours. So I would buy 4 Red Bull. Drink one, drink another one, drink another one, drink another one. And then by the time I drink that last one, I would be in Virginia.
Damn.
And the fucked up part was I would get to Virginia and be useless for the next 24 to 36 hours because instead of just getting there and going to sleep or whatever, and getting a normal night's sleep, I would actually crash out for almost 20 hours from the crash from the Red Bull just to get my body functioning, normal again.
Yeah, it has taurine in it. That's a bad thing.
Well, I stopped drinking those and I switched to the 5-hour.
Yeah.
And I figured it out. I could drive on 2 5-hour, always buy extra strength. I could drive cross country on 2 5-hour and be good. And when I get there, if I want to take another 5 hours so I can enjoy the family, or when I was going back and forth back in the day, it is what it is, you know.
Mhm.
It's either that or I go to sleep. But I would go to sleep and actually have a normal night's sleep and actually wake up the next day. Normal, not crashed out.
Yeah.
But that's what that was all about. You know, it works.
Some people smoke crack. You know?
That is true. You
So
can never do that, though.
A lot of crackheads out there.
Yeah. Coffee is my friend. Yeah, you were crotch. What's up, Coachisms? How you doing, buddy? Coachism.
Poor Eric the Goat Guy can't spell $1,200 stemless. STEMLES.
Hey, Abe, do you follow the Goat Guy?
No, I've heard of him. No.
Hey, you should go check out Michelle.
What's his channel name? I'll look it up.
Eric the Goat Guy.
Okay,
Eric the Goat Guy.
Eric the Goat Guy. I'll write that down.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's on now. He says, "How am I going to get the stemless, as he says, live stream?" Oh God,
He's something else.
that's his title.
Hey, when you see how good looking she is, Abe, that's when you're immediately gonna say, is that his girlfriend or is that his caretaker that has to take him everywhere
Oh God.
and he's got money? He must have money.
Yeah,
Or because he's playing the role of not
now.
having the money, but they got money to drive all over the place. But the impression you get is they live in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, I just subbed to him. Wow, he's got 4K. Wow.
Yeah, he's got it going on. I mean, even Rosie's promoted him.
Yeah. She promoted him and D-Dubs, and I got me on both of them, and I regret it. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with D-Dubs right now. That's an interesting situation. And my personal people that check on weirdos for me, I've been telling them, and these are people who have nothing to do with YouTube, Abe. I've been telling them about the situation where all these trolls and then all these real people, how it just goes back and forth, and the certain group don't deny that he has a charge on him for some kind of weirdo-isms, or you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And no pun on coachisms, but they're just saying there's one way to read it, and then there's another way to read it, and it's all how you want to read it.
He said that the two of them were kind of close in age, and I've heard when that's happened, when a 19-year-old a 16-year-old. Well, that shouldn't be so horrible, or an 18 or 16. It becomes a sex offense.
Yeah, you're 19 and she's 16 kind of thing,
Yes, like Florida.
And somebody's parents said, "Oh no, that's not that. I'm not having that."
Right, exactly.
When it could have been left alone, Or is it something else where he was a bit older and she was 13 or 14? We never will know the true story. I mean, it's been thrown around so much.
Exactly.
So what they're saying is
he's got
the real name, and I have his real name.
Yeah.
It can be researched right here on the Michigan database.
Right. And I
For
heard that
creepers.
he has children too. Now one's up to teenage, but they said he should be home with his family. They give him help for that too.
Well, and that's the thing about it. I mean, is there a reason why he's constantly on the run?
Right.
He started this journey before I believe he even met Rosie. He was on like a scooter.
Yes, I've heard about that scooter being.
And then everybody rallied. Oh, we got to get this guy on 4 wheels, and we got to, And I think the point of the scooter is there's no registration, there's no insurance. Under a certain CC, you can drive scooters everywhere and not have to have a license, a permit, or insurance. It's a scooter under a certain CC, like a moped kind of deal.
And then
that's what it's all about.
Right. On the marijuana thing, his van got, taken, and he thought, I'll just leave.
Well, maybe that's another reason why he had to run back to Michigan. Maybe he got busted for that weed, and now he's got to talk to his probation officer.
Oh, good point. It might have gone back to that because I heard that.
Yeah, I mean, does that make some sense, Abe?
Yeah, I hear that.
I wonder if Rosie paid the $2,000 to get him out of jail too.
I don't know. He made it like the cop was cool, but maybe the cop wasn't as cool as everybody was played out to be. You know, 'cause he did had to head on back to Michigan. Scene.
Yes, he said the cop wrecked something that he owned, something he had by using it while he was in the prison or something. I don't know what that was about. But...
Oh, I have no idea.
Hey, yeah, man, I'm about to go grab a bite to eat. Dinner's ready, but if you're still on, I'll join your panel again. Okay.
No, I appreciate it, Abe. Thank you for coming up.
All right, but y'all have a good one.
Enjoy.
Yeah, man.
My whatever's Damar delivered meals on wheels.
Yeah. Well, we still got food. We can still get certain things, but it's just it's crazy. I like Aldi right about now because they close, they replenish everything, and if you're smart, you get there early and you get your food.
That's right. I don't go out at all, even the Dollar General that's 3 miles away. I'm hoping. I ordered these snacks online.
God, you shouldn't go anywhere, you know.
No, that's right. Even though I don't have any conditions, just age.
Yeah, but you're 75 years old. That's the condition.
Yeah, age.
Yes. So you don't play that game. And honestly, any box of food, you know, you take it out of the grocery bag after they deliver it.
Yeah.
Honestly, be wiping the stuff down.
Yeah, all the stuff I put away from Schwann's, all the frozen food that I put in the refrigerator.
You wipe down the outer wrappers.
Yeah, and all he was saying was he uses wipes and stuff, sanitized wipes. The man that delivered. Well,
right. Well, other than him, you should be doing it also.
Yeah, don't do that. And the garbage can they're now saying, just think where that's hands have touched that have been, before.
Yeah, well, that's like my garbage gets picked up by a crane. You know, they got the arm on the side of the truck, so just think about that. Yeah.
Too, but they also pick up the recyclables, and they're not in the right kind of container to pick up like that. But
but COVID, son, you shouldn't even be going out and tanning. That's not a non-essential business, and I'm surprised it's not shut down. But that should not. Oh, I like that. Abe finally left. I don't. He finally left. Why would you put it like that, Tom?
That's not nice.
Yeah, finally left. No, I wish Abe was still here. How about that? What do you got to say about that, Tom? Finally left. Man, he mean to my panel.
You're wrong.
Unbelievable.
He was a perfect gentleman. I don't get it.
Abe's been very polite, like I asked him to be lately, and I appreciate that on his behalf. And he does know that.
You could usually.
Oh, absolutely. I told Wagon that, if he's going to come up on my channel, he's just to be respectful.
Yeah.
And that's really it. I love Abe too, COVID son. Yep. Abe's great. I ain't got a problem with Abe. Tell you, I worked in the Virginia area for 5 years, and I know what it's like to mix in and deal with Southern gentlemen, black and white, because that's all they had at the time. There wasn't black, white, Asian, Latino. Should I keep going? No. The time I was there, it was black, white.
Yeah.
Now, we did bring some Puerto Ricans with us from Jersey, and we did possibly maybe bring an Asian guy. But I'm talking about the people that were there when we got there. And I'm talking in the assembly plant. Now, you went and got your Chinese food down the street, and the dude was Chinese, obviously. So this whole bullshit about Chinese flu and it came from China. Yeah, it did. It came from China. Yep. Anybody else want to argue? So be it. John, what's your opinion?
Oh, I
Do you
heard.
agree? Do
Well,
you agree? Kung flu?
I heard there was rumors, and it was rumors that an American scientist from Harvard sold it to him. You know, but they said that was false. So,
Hey, John. That man was arrested.
Yes, exactly. Back in January, and they said they couldn't have been connected into that.
Oh no, he worked in that building. He was arrested.
Yeah, but that wasn't the charge then. Back in January, now they're saying that he could have. Well, you don't think he sold it to China, do you? And worked
The whole point is he wasn't supposed to be
working
for
on
what he did in the U.S. and for what he was doing in China. He got charged with something because he was transporting shit from the U.S. to China.
Yeah.
And he had samples.
Oh, okay. Because they're saying it's. Do you believe that it's a man-made virus? That's what gets me.
No, what I heard.
That's what I heard. He could have made.
What I heard, they're trying to say, oh, the United States military. Yeah, okay. Here's the catch. What I heard: the kind of bats that are sold at the market aren't the same bats that the whatever disease place in China, you know, that's like our disease place. They got splattered with blood and urine. More than one person that worked in the test labs, and then the test lab is 100 and some yards from the Wuhan market.
Okay, because I heard
somebody obviously they contracted it in the infectious place, whatever the fuck you call it, John.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then that person possibly went down to the Wuhan market and breathed and coughed on a bunch of people and got their lunch for the day.
Isn't that something? God.
Yep. That's one of the stories I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard so many different things.
And then, yes, there is a story out there. The Democratic people don't want you to believe it. The Republican end of it, the right-wing end of it says it's true, that there was a Harvard professor that was a doctor of infectious diseases, was traveling back and forth to China, and he was working in one of the infectious diseases clinics right there in Wuhan, right by that market.
Okay.
And they arrested that guy. I take it. You know, that's what it said in the article. They arrested him for having something to do with this. He's being investigated.
Oh.
So, yeah, but that's what they're saying. This is just crazy how, you know, it's traveled the world.
Yeah.
I didn't believe that it would honestly travel the world like this. You know, and, you know.
Well, it's a shame that surrounded water areas like islands couldn't have managed their waterfront, you know, to see nothing came
Well,
in.
the problem with it is every one of them islands got an airport.
Yes.
So people come and go from the airport.
Right.
That's the sad part. So that's the terrible thing.
Rosie even said one time she was going to run out in the streets and get it. I don't know what was in her head that day. Really nuts.
She said that?
Yes, one time at her stream, I swear. She's 60, see, so she's no spring chicken. But I don't think she has other problems.
Yeah, but
other conditions.
We don't know how long.
What do you think about her? What do you think about her doing all that cooching? I mean, she could be exposed at night when she goes out and does all.
Cooching, you called it cooching.
I know. I always
say it with me, John.
Chooching, but
chooching.
Cooching. Isn't that?
She don't have a cooch.
Right.
I don't believe. I don't believe she should be out chooching. Just like I don't believe Elvis belonged in his sister's car today.
Right. They never did go to
You
a park.
know,
She said she was taking him to a park where they could just chill out and stuff. But I didn't
they
see
drove around.
that. Yeah.
I think they drove around, and that was the big part of the stream, was to just drive around.
Yeah.
You know, and then he started getting his donations, and she went, "You going to give me some of that?"
Yes.
So, very interesting.
They really attacked her a lot, and I thought the same thing, that she was very mannish and stuff.
Well,
But
she's older and very lean, so you know that's got a lot to do with it.
right. So I had to tell a lot of people that that's Elvis's sister because he's talked about her. But I swear, if you got an old stream of his, he said they got along terrible with each other. And this today, oh,
Well,
love and
maybe she was the only one that would give him a ride.
Yeah.
You know, maybe she's the outcast of the family there in Chicago.
Mm.
Maybe that could be the point.
Think her unemployment is from a gym, maybe training people. You know, I wonder. What
I have no idea, but I just think it's wild the stories everybody is telling. You know, people have gotten unemployment. You just depending on when you had to file,
right?
And then when you file, you know, you get $100.
She said two more weeks is really the total that she was promised. Well, what's the matter with the 1,200 she's going to get thrown? Won't she get that soon? Because they're starting to give that out now. So,
yeah, eventually.
Yeah, he won't get any though. And somebody else I heard wouldn't because they hadn't. Who was that other one? Hadn't worked enough in the last so many days. Oh, that's somebody local.
Yeah, but we don't know how much Elvis makes every month off of YouTube and what his AdSense pays him.
Right.
And here it is. Let's say he pulls $3,000, $4,000 every 3 months. So he could be making 15 grand off of YouTube a year or more. And if you're claiming that, I mean, here's my catch. If you get AdSense and they only pay you once every 3 months, can he claim unemployment and then every time he gets an AdSense, just basically say, "This is what I got,"
Oh, yeah.
and then not claim unemployment that week?
Yeah.
But there's some weird shit about unemployment. What happens is when you got a job and then you take unemployment, you could possibly work 20 hours a week and then call unemployment and say, "Work 20 hours this week and they laid me off."
Yeah.
And they go, "Okay, how much money did you make that week?" You only made 20 hours. So if you get $400 and you only got $200, so you tell them, "Well, I made $200, made $100 a day, made $200."
Yeah.
And that's how it works. You know, and then they cut you a check for the difference.
Yeah.
And it usually is a discounted difference.
Yeah. I hate how he brags about the van life and saying, like, you and I in our wood and brick homes, you know, he says don't have it good.
Yeah.
The van life is warm.
Well,
and then he talks
here's
about
my thing.
at night and stuff.
I look at it like this. If I buy a brand new Class A motorhome right now at my age, it would be the only one I would buy for the rest of my life and pay for it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And if I was to own something like that, the way these rigs are today, there's no reason to have a house and a mortgage.
Yeah.
And that's the difference with the van life, you know? When I first came to Michigan, Movie Buff, I spoke about living in a camper and stuff like that. And all my buddies told me I was crazy. And now here it is almost 15 years later, and it's the thing to do.
Yeah, but I don't like to
but I've actually realized my camper would have been paid for.
Yeah.
So if I had the right setup with solar and I didn't have to live in, let's say, a campground or anything, and I could generate my own power and I had a source of water and I can go somewhere, pay $15 to dump my shit tank, I would have did it.
Okay.
But I had people tell me I was crazy.
Yeah.
So I wound up living in apartments. And then eventually bought a double wide trailer, which was called a modular home.
Yeah.
So
moving on
but
up
other than that,
to the east side.
Yep. Well, you got 10 people watching, baby. Woo!
Yeah, as Elvis would say.
I plug him in subtle ways.
Yes, I didn't even have the YouTube up to watch that part.
Oh, it don't matter. I'm looking at it. The site chat stalled.
Yeah,
COVID son hasn't said anything.
yeah. Like the virus mutated.
She's probably still here though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done something. As long as you stay away from these people and just be careful, wipe down them groceries. Now I know somebody that's in a convalescent home, a rehab center, whatever you want to call it. And his roommate was taken to the hospital with COVID-19.
Yes.
And put on a ventilator.
Yeah.
Well, this guy sits in the same room with the guy.
Yeah, just imagine that.
Yeah, just imagine that. But they're not offering him a test right now.
Oh, because Patty's ex got it, and he's kind of had a stroke before, and he kind of denies it. The next day, he'll say, "Oh, I don't have it," and Patty says, "Yes, you've been diagnosed." So that he's in a rehab type center, so it'll go through there like wildfire,
Oh, it will. It will. That's the hey, what's up, Southwest Nick? Hey, you want to come up, Nick? I want you to meet Movie Buff. He actually has interesting, he thinks you're cool.
Oh, that's not the other one we know, is it?
Well, this looks like Nick, as long as it ain't a troll.
Well, that doesn't look
I don't
like
think it's a
I've seen the NN News guy.
Yeah, he's got different channels.
That thing don't look like him. That
They don't look like him.
No.
Southwest Nick, huh?
Yeah, I don't think that's the same Nick, but we'll find
You
out.
can't even check these channels anymore. Don't worry if it's Nick and he comes up Movie Buff, he'll be waving to me. I'll see him.
Yeah, and I don't think he'd have praying hands there either. But isn't it true that they think that might be a glitch, that thing where the 3 dots don't take you to the site? That might be a YouTube glitch.
It's some kind of a glitch right now.
Yeah. Oh, she says it's him.
It's some kind of a glitch.
Calvin says it's Nick.
Oh, okay. Well, there he is. There he is. There he is. Yo, what up, homie?
Hey, yeah, man.
Yeah, give it to you. I give it to you.
Oh, Nick, that doesn't look like you in your icon. That doesn't look like your face.
What's up, homie?
I'm good. How are you?
Now, anything my buddy Movie Buff says, he says because he cares. Okay? He's 75 years old and he's a gay male. And he has
Lived through a lot. 75 years.
he finds your channel interesting.
Thank you, man.
A lot of in the closets, Nick. That's right. I'm
Back
the one that said when you lost 30
then there
pounds,
were.
you look damn good. I was the one that said that when you were like 190 and now you're 160. I was one.
Oh, man. I'm getting back up there. I'm like
Yeah,
175.
You can get back up. That's right.
I like the roller coaster of weight loss, though. Up, down, balloon. And then,
Here I am.
what's up, yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
I'm just enjoying the day. I've been laid out here for a while.
Uh-oh. Hang on. Hello?
Don't use the word laid out. It's kind of
Huh? I
you
went
hear me?
outside. I'm on my panel.
Is that your girlfriend or your wife? She said something about she likes to go
Huh?
get tan.
My wife.
Okay. What does she mean by tan?
Oh, all right. I'll come in and take her downstairs, okay?
go to a tanning salon, or does she mean just lay out in the sun?
I love you. I'm coming in.
Oh no, I just like the sun. I like soaking up vitamin D.
Okay.
Although I hear going to a tanning salon is a good way to kill COVID-19.
Oh, okay. I'll just turn on a light.
I hope so.
Get that UV light all over. That's
Yeah.
probably good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, at least better than it would usually be.
Yeah. And I'm stuck on those gel vitamins that are so tasty. God, what is it? A lot of companies make them, I guess.
Oh,
But
the
I like,
gummies.
yeah, the Centrum gummies. I like it.
They make the Centrum liquid too. I saw the other day.
Oh, because I got it when they run out. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Maybe I can order something from the mail.
I'm taking Centrum too, and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Centrum, vitamin D, vitamin B complex.
Right, because you're younger, you wouldn't have the one I have, maybe that says for old men. Well, I don't know how it puts it.
I have for adult men. Yeah, I take a Centrum men.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I'm gonna get a charger for my phone.
Yeah, don't be a silent killer. He never has a charger for his phone.
Well, I'm notorious about I always join calls at like 5% battery.
He's famous for it, and so is White Tupac with hey, I gotta go charge my phone. I gotta get off panel.
I never get off panel, but sometimes I'll run around frantically like a chicken with his head cut off looking for a charger.
Where's the tabby? Come on.
Yeah, man, you don't drink that much, do you? He's gone. He's suppressing.
I'm here. I'll let you guys talk.
It's crazy out here, man. We gotta be the parents, the teachers. It's like back in the day, dude. Back in the day, homeschooling was the thing. It was becoming the thing again, and now it's really gotta be the thing. Freaking crazy. But we're around our little ones all day too. All damn day, but it's fun. It's really fun, actually. I wouldn't want it any other way.
That's good.
Yeah.
Why would you work then?
Hey, that's the one thing is that parents don't get paid to be their kids' teachers, which is interesting because I feel like a lot of kids can bond really well with their parents and learn. And the parents nowadays, dude, you might agree with me, Movie Buff. Seems like a lot of these parents could afford to go back to school. You know what I mean? So having to sit there and teach their kids these lessons out of these books would actually put them back through memory lane, like make them relearn things and increase their IQ. I mean, every time someone goes through education, their IQ is going to go up.
Yeah.
You're always going to learn something new.
None of us older adults can figure out Common Core.
Common Core, yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Right, I don't either, and I taught up to.
Well, that's the new way they're, and we have it's math.
Math? Oh yeah, a lot of people have a problem with math.
Huh? All right, I'm back in business here.
Yeah, man. Now it was natural selection. You believe in big, don't you, Nick?
What's up?
Natural selection, you believe in, don't you?
I wish that we could have it, man. But here's the thing about it is that right now with the current with the current criminal justice system that we have and the current social justice that we have to back up the decisions of the criminal justice system most of the time, we can't have true Darwinism, true natural selection, true for survival of the fittest right now because it's being suppressed. People who they wouldn't make it, you know what I mean, in like a tribal society, nobody would want to tribe up with them because of their crimes against humanity or against children or against people. But because now we have the prison industrial system where they go in there, they become a slave for a little while, they get released back onto the population, and we're just supposed to say, oh yeah, they've paid their debt to society, treat them like a normal person again. It wouldn't work like that back in the day. So I wish we could go back about 125, 130 years, but maintain the same kind of relations that we have in different communities of the population now. Because I believe back then, oh, you're okay, buddy. I believe that back then we had a little bit more of a separate but equal system, which I think really works, actually. Like, I live around the corner from an old school that was, it was a school for blacks only. And like Arizona had a big slave population, and the slaves' children had to find somewhere to go to school. And there was a school like just for little black kids or whatever. And I don't hear any bad stories coming out of the kids that went to school there. I only hear great things. I only hear we loved our teacher, we were taught to respect our elders, and we were taught great things in school and learned, got ready for higher learning, right? Now, you hear these kids, they come home, they talk about, oh, I got beat up, I saw a fight, I saw someone getting bullied, I saw a teacher blow up and hit a kid. You know, like, it's not the same as it was back when these other little institutions they were more segregated back then. I don't wish we could go back to the days of Jim Crow, but I wish that we could have the option, you know what I mean? Like, you know, back when private school was the code for or Christian school was the code for, you know what I'm talking about.
I think that takes over more when you go to college, because there are black colleges and there are white colleges, even though they're not represented that way. Right, that's true. I mean, you do get a mix of everything, and you know, but there are certain types of schools that were built on that. Colleges, I'm talking about, that you pay the tuition.
Yeah.
You know, so you're paying to go to that school, not like you live in a certain city and you have no choice but to attend the public school system. That kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And when you pay money to this certain institution, you are to expect a certain like a return to your investment.
Has the right to deny applications.
Oh, well, that's what they used to say about the Catholic school. It could deny people wanting to come in. So no wonder its scores were higher, you know, and everything.
Right. And that's why I'm saying, like, you tell me there's not a reason why somebody can't have a all Latino college or an all black college. And I mean, I know there are probably still schools out there that are like that hood extreme.
In Southern California, at least, it's broken down into fraternities. So you'll have the fraternity of, like, the gay black Republicans will have their own fucking fraternity. I mean, it's very identitarianism when you get into the college level. But at fraternities, not necessarily once you hit the classroom. Once you hit the classroom, everyone's just there to learn, you know, and they don't care who the teacher is or what the curriculum is. Everyone treats everyone like an equal. But once you get out of there and you go to your sorority, I mean, there are some sororities out there that are extremely Southern pride oriented, and there are some sororities out there that are very, you know, like Black pride oriented. And there are also sororities for women, and there are sororities for gay Republicans. I mean, like, there's all kinds of freaking different cliques in college.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I don't have anything against gay Republicans. I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, you're using it as an example.
Against any of those groups. Yeah, I was just using it as an example. I don't have anything against any of those groups, really.
Oh, I agree.
Just people like to spin some of the shit that I say sometimes because I be saying shit ironically.
I didn't know
No. We're talking about stuff.
I didn't know there were any gay Republicans.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, there are gay Republicans, movie buff.
There's gay black Republicans, and there's a bunch of them. There's not just gay black Republicans. there's there's transgender
Yeah.
conservatives. The one thing they all have in common is their undying love for the state of Israel. I don't know why. You got me beat there.
Yeah, that gets
But-
me. I have a good friend that's a Palestinian, and he tells me all the horrors that happen, to them living here.
Imagine having a child and being I mean, like, I'm not over here and I'm not like, oh, Palestine lives and like pro-Palestine type shit. I'm pro-America. But I can totally relate with how terrifying it would be living in the Palestine side of Gaza Strip and having like a 13-year-old boy. You know what I mean? That would be awful. You'd have to worry about your kid every day.
That's right. And he moved to Turkey for a while, and it was better there. Now he's moved.
It is better there.
Yeah.
For those people, Turkey is it's the neighbor to Greece, right? And Greece is the gateholder to the European Union. So they were probably migrating towards Europe.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful journey. I mean, our ancestors had to do it at one point. And their current generations are really seeing progression through struggle.
Yeah, and I was brought up pro-Jew, like all the Jewish actors, singers, and all that.
So was I. So I defended them vehemently until 2015, 2016.
Yeah, I started to change and realized it was certain type of Jew. What is that? Orthodox Jew who said that Israel was made for them and everything, according to God.
No, the Orthodox Jew said that Israel should not be founded until the return of the Messiah. So basically, in their book, it says that until the Messiah comes back and reveals himself, Israel shouldn't even be on a map anywhere, and there should be no Jews living there. That's why they were traveling nomadic people. The Zionist Jews are more of like a newfound thing where they said, you know what? We've been kicked out of enough countries. It would be really nice if we could found Israel now as a homeland for our people. But for some reason, all these different groups, now that Israel has established, they've branched out their arms like in my opinion, like an octopus, and tried to suck wealth and instill values in other countries all around the world. You know, instead of just being a sovereign nation like America pretty much tried to be up until the 70s, up until Vietnam, even maybe up until World War II, like the United States was, a sovereign, independent, politically median nation. They've tried to make it their effort to make Israel the cornerstone of all countries. You know, because of Israel now, you guys are getting a little bit more diverse, and you guys are getting a little bit of cultural enlightenment, and you guys are getting, like it's basically, and you guys have to have more gay pride festivals, and you guys have to have a Black Lives Matters movement, and it's all one group behind all of this. I mean, you could call it quote unquote evil if you're on the right.
With George Soros.
It's
George
a
Soros.
lot of it is George Soros, the Open Borders Foundation.
Oh, I know all about him.
Yeah, he's a bad
Buff,
dude.
do you know that name?
Yeah, oh yeah, of course I know who George Soros is. Yeah, he's a bad dude.
No, I was asking Movie Buff if he knows that name.
No, I just heard of it, but not of what he stands for. Enough.
He is a Jewish businessman that through business made millions of dollars keeping himself alive by helping the Germans.
Well,
Do you want to hear
back-
something?
back-
You want to hear something really interesting about a beautiful story about immigration? My wife's mom, or my wife's adopted mother, was born in Basra, Iraq, right? And they were Jews. And Iraq was becoming, and this is like in the 60s or the 50s, all right? Iraq was becoming a very dangerous place for the Jews to live. They were the only Jewish family left in Iraq. Could you imagine the fear? They lived in a huge farm. I mean, they lived on this mansion on a date farm where the man of the house was a date farmer. He actually had a farm with dates. Well, the Iraqi military came and threw him in jail and said that he was transporting bullets to Israel inside of the dates.
Oh,
Right? I don't know if that's true or not, whether he was transporting bullets to Israel or whatever. I have no idea. But he says that he didn't, or well, he's passed away. He's long passed away now. But he said that he did not do that. He said that he was wrongfully imprisoned. His neighbors, who were Muslim, actually helped my mother-in-law and the rest of the family escape to America.
Wow.
They didn't have to do it. They didn't have to do it, and they were Muslim, and these people were all Jewish, and they put faith aside and thought about humanity and thought about these children's lives and thought about the mother and how they saw the father get thrown in prison wrongfully with an unfair trial, and like they had some heart, and it was a beautiful thing. That's why all of these immigrants have amazing stories to tell. And when they finally realize that they can call wherever they want home on the planet, and when they do settle down one day, the stories that come from this era of want and rejection. I mean, America is migrants from south of Mexico because they're not coming from Mexico. If these people were Mexican and they cross their foot into American soil and they say, I want to claim whatever they're claiming. Yeah. Americans can claim America. They don't have to go through another country to get here. It's when you come from Guatemala or Honduras or El Salvador or definitely from them, America. So once they've traveled through another country, they no longer can apply for asylum in the third country that they enter. You get it? Mexico claims sovereign here, or claim here in America. If we find out that they traveled through Mexico to get here, they don't qualify. So
there was a lot of people that traveled through Mexico in that caravan that was presented, like 18 months ago or something?
Yep. Yeah.
I understand doing this whole COVID-19. They emptied a lot of those holding facilities and sent them people back.
Yeah, I heard that they packed them all up. They brought them to the border and they pointed south and they said, keep going.
Yep.
That's what I was told.
Yep.
They literally
the Mexican government had to agree to accept them back into the country, and then basically they were sent on their way once they hit Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah, so the way you're putting it is pretty much what was happening. They were brought to the border and they were handed over to the Mexican government.
And these are stories that, I mean, back 1,000 years ago, these are some biblical sounding stories of people, wanting to pass into a country in a big land, and there's a huge wall and and an orange man that says no,
Right.
Very biblical.
It's pretty wild, but yeah,
like Moses's trek through the or through the desert with his people. Remember the whole "Let my people go" story?
Yes, I've heard that up here with the Canadian/American crossover of people.
Well, you said story. I think a lot of that's fiction, really.
Yeah, no, and that's part of it, dude. Is I'm not necessarily I'm not a subscriber to 100% of the things that I read that are of religious text, because a lot of people are well aware that a lot of that stuff was written more modern than when it says it than what they're saying. It was written and changed, and the word beam came from the word moat, which makes no sense. I mean, people, when you're talking about a bad Christian, right, they always say, oh, you've got a beam in your eye, right? That word came from the word moat. You've got a moat in your eye. So now we've got a bunch of people saying that there are people walking around with a chunk of wood sticking out of their head, when in reality they just have empty souls behind their eyes, is what The Bible has been translated so many freaking times, it doesn't make any sense anymore. So trust me, I don't believe half of it anymore either.
Right. Pull the splinter out of your eye.
I love it.
Somebody else. I've heard it's splinter too. That all kind of translation.
Yeah, the splinter, pull the splinter out of your eye, the beam in the eye, the milk in the eye.
I have a friend that went on a vacation with his son and his wife, and the son is an only child, and they went to a place. I believe it was down by the Noah's Ark thing, and it was very biblical. And the kid, because of what he learned in school from teachers and stuff, he basically tore apart the whole Bible backing of everything. It was very. He embarrassed his father doing it because his father's a very religious person, and it was just, how could you do that?
This new Generation Z is a bunch of very, very critical thinkers. And I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy some of my best conversations with people from Generation Z. I like the Zoomers a lot, and I think that they're going to be the torch. Obviously, they're going to be the torch holders of the future, and it's important to instill the truth in people at a young age. If you don't instill the truth in people, then they can grow up believing this lie until they're 75 years old, or until they're 70, or like me, believe a lie until they're 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
In terms of my family. And so I was 30 years old. It took me forever.
That's just a wild thing about church these days. They're all going to go out of business eventually, I believe, except for the Muslim church.
Huh.
Well, they got used to passing around that damn what is it called? The
collection
cup
plate?
Yeah, they got so used to passing that collection plate around. They've laced the pockets of so many of these ministers, and it's just not going to be worth it to them anymore to keep going back to work. You know, I mean, people that love what they do in religion, they should work regardless of whether they have a church or a temple, because we all have the internet.
Correct. I agree with that. That's what it's eventually going to come to.
Get on here and preach. You know what I mean? I would love to see the minister take over on YouTube.
Get over here. Keep talking, guys.
The ministers could take over on YouTube, and all the airtime would be all sucked up. Wouldn't that be? I mean, look, they would have to deal with the same kind of trolls. They would have to deal with the same kind of people. It's just, I don't know why they don't do it. They could actually get a lot of people to become better. See, the pastors, priests, and ministers, and the nuns, they used to go on these missions to try and help people that they knew that they could save, or that they even thought with an inkling of hope that they could save these people and save their souls. But I don't feel like they're going too out of their way anymore, or out of their comfort zone at all. They're more just sitting in their church, you know, and sitting everyone down behind the pews and having their freaking routine scheduled thing. You know what I mean? Like, it becomes too mundane and monotonous.
Well, I was both.
I don't know.
I was the JEW for 20 years, and we had to go out and preach, see? And they're all saying they should be starting that, you know, door to door and all that stuff. And really being active. But I didn't think they had it right either. I mean, saying you're going to live forever on a paradise earth after you died, that's just weird. Or if you don't die, if you live through whatever it's called, the rapture or something, then you'll be tested one more time by Satan and ask. And if you go
the crazy part of the rapture is a lot of Christians, and I'm not one of them, they want the rapture. They're dying for that shit to happen in their lifetime, just to see the glory of Christ. And I totally get it. If you are a Christian or a Catholic or a Roman Catholic or any kind of a Christian, really, your goal in life is to see Christ. Why can't you wait until you die of natural causes? Like, I don't understand. Because they want to be in heaven in their best in their best body and their best life and wearing their nicest clothes.
Yeah.
What stand is death is the great equalizer. I bet you we don't even, if there is a such thing as a heaven, we don't even have faces anymore. We're just up there as a glowing ball of energy. You know what I don't think that he would allow it to be so unfair where some people are scarred from burn victim, like they're up there in the waiting room.
All right. But the JWs thought you
I don't think it's like that.
You would go at the height of at your prime of life, you would live forever on earth with no pain and no sorrow. And that wouldn't sound too bad, see, but not in a heaven that we don't even. So that was a message that was kind of attractive to some people. I know it was me. I thought, live forever on a paradise earth? That sounds damn good.
Right.
But then they said, couldn't you get bored? And no, they said you could learn every instrument, learn all about animals and science and space and everything. It said wouldn't have to
sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds beautiful, but the thing is a lot of these people that they talk like a certain type of way on the internet, right? And they say, oh, America first, and we're totally woke to what Israel's doing to the rest of the world, and blah 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 blah. They're the same ones that are thumping for that return of Christ.
Yeah.
They're the ones that want the apocalypse to happen. And what they don't understand is that, okay, so if God comes back, he is risen, right? We all witness the miracle of the coming of Christ. Christ is going to take the people he wants to when they come into the sky, when they all rise up at the same time. You said the word already, rapture.
Yeah.
So he's going to rapture a bunch of people. All of the followers of Christ are going to be raptured. And they're going to have this crazy wild ride to Israel. And here's what it's what gets me. A lot of these people, these far right-wing, alt-right type, even some pseudo other types of people that are considered more dangerous, they say, oh, we're not going to fall for any of Israel's tricks. But damn, when that rapture happens, we can't wait to be their slaves. That's what I don't understand is the whole. These people, they talk such a big game about how they don't want to be controlled by Israel, but they're pushing for the rapture in which Jesus Christ rises and brings all of his followers up into the sky for this wild roller coaster ride to Israel, in which 2/3 of the people are going to die in the journey, not even going to make it.
Yeah.
The 1/3 of people that make it to the promised land are going to be brought down to the earth by Christ only to serve the Jews for all of eternity. That's what their book says. That they're going.
Very interesting.
Now these people, it's like, do you? And they're like, no, open borders for Israel and the Goyim, no, and all this shit. And then they're over here like, and we can't wait for the rapture. Yeah. Those sentiments do not go together. And that's what eventually led Hitler to banning the Bible in Germany. If you guys not know that, the Bible was actually... Yeah, the Bible got banned and burned in Israel. I mean, in Germany.
In Germany. Yeah, I thought that he was a Catholic. See, everybody says he was not an atheist. Hitler was a Catholic. So it's just...
Right, and if he wanted all the Jews and he went that route, why would he burn the Bible?
Well, he didn't believe in Kabbalism or he believed in a Masonic order. But if Hitler was anything, he was a pagan occultist.
Well, I can
he
see
was
that.
Really into old paganism, old German war stories. Let's remember he was a veteran of World War I, and he was a leader of a belligerent party in World War II. I mean, this man was military minded and remembers the old Germany. I think Hitler was trying to channel the spirit of the ancient pagan tribal Germanic people who fought off the Romans 3 times and beat them every time in battle. You know, the only nation that ever beat the Romans on the battlefield, and they didn't do it once, they did it 3 times.
Okay. That's old school history.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he loved his people so much, is because and no one ever asked him, you know, he wouldn't have these sit down conversations or live panels, ask me anything. But if you had to ask that man anything and you say, why are you so proud of your country, man? He would probably say, look at our rich history. Look at we are ancient warriors who have been nearly destroyed and rebuilt, and then nearly destroyed and rebuilt. And every time we fight, they have to fight unfairly against us, is what ends up happening. Is that these other countries, is this for me or for him? Thank you. Oh shit, my phone just died, y'all.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, we've been going for a while anyway, but we'll pick up on this another time. Unless he's going to plug it in. Uh-oh. Hello? Well, maybe we're done. Who knows? Hell, we've been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes, everybody. He's very intriguing, isn't he?
Yeah, I hadn't heard a lot of that in my life, some of the stuff he said.
I think it's pretty wild, a lot of it. You know, he hasn't died yet, everybody. Oh, wait. Oh, yep. There he is. He's back. I took your cookie one down. You were still going on that one.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I was just saying that I felt I was going on too much anyway. Is that the thing is that I think that Germans are more proud when they say their race of like the German people as a tribe before all of this other stuff. Like there are German people that have like features like mine, and there are German people that are 6 foot tall with blonde hair and blue eyes. It's not a race when they refer to it as the German race. It's just like a tribe of people.
There's a guy that's actually president of the United States that's German.
Really?
His name's Donald Trump. He's German.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
You know, he's pissed off at the World Health Organization right now.
Oh, yeah, that guy, Fauci, he's about to get fired.
Trump, he wants to reopen the country right now.
Yeah, that's a bad idea if you ask me.
I agree, man. I think it's terrible. And there are so many people. All of the people.
I don't think you can reopen the country, Nick. Lila, relax. Until the numbers come down in the hospitals.
You can't reopen the numbers until this is basically squashed. Or else all of this prepping and waiting it out that we've all been doing is for
useless. Nothing. Yes, I agree.
Well,
you know, I always said, yeah, man, he's very military minded, and he's referred to this as a war multiple times.
Yep.
This coronavirus thing. He's referred to it as, he said, we're going to see deaths in America, the likes of which we haven't seen since the Great Wars. And he also said, we're talking war numbers. And he said, we're at war with this virus, with the Chinese virus, which I think is pretty based.
He calls it an invisible enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
I can understand that.
100%. And so I think that all of this bad advice that he's getting from the World Health Organization has really, and all the criticism that he got from people like me who were like, hey, Trump, F you. You know, like I was really pissed off when they were still letting people in the country from China
Right.
When people were getting brought here from cruise ships and they were sick, you know, people like me are the reason why after the first cruise ship came back here full of sick people and the disease really started to take off in America when they were released on quarantine, right? They were told to stay home, which I'm sure not a lot of them did.
Correct. The people that didn't listen made this get worse.
And I said to myself, and I said to Trump out loud, why did you bring them back and trust your own people? You know, Americans are generally not trustworthy right now.
They're all complaining right now that their civil liberties are being taken away, that they can't go places and go outside and all that.
Take a walk. Go outside. You're not going to go to jail for put on a mask, put a bandana over your face, and take a damn walk.
Right. Up here, there's been a bunch of people that have been arrested, and not necessarily arrested, Nick. They got $1,000 fines. And the reason they got $1,000 fines is because they all got together, a bunch of teenagers, and what happened, not teenagers, but very young adults. And basically, when they all couldn't prove they lived together in the same household, that's when the tickets started getting issued.
And you know what's interesting? Yeah, man. People are getting this stimulus check pretty soon. I think it's like $1,200 stimulus check.
Yeah, they're all going to want to go out and spend it.
Well, that's that. But these people who are getting fined $1,000.
Yeah, there goes their fucking stimulus check.
It's not that they're getting fined $1,000. They're getting their stimulus check taken away for not being part of the solution, being part of the problem. You don't get paid for that. That's why
Right.
I agree 100%. People should never be paid for breaking the rules.
Right. That makes sense.
So I'm all for it. If you go outside without a mask, you should be fined because it's costing whoever you get sick more than $1,000 probably.
Oh, I could agree with that. Totally.
I'm all for the older generation, man. There is an older and a much better generation that was here before us, and it's our responsibility to take care of them.
Yeah, that is true. And now these younger people, they don't have that respect like we do.
They lick toilets, man.
Yeah, I know. And eat
They-
Tide Pods.
Yeah, and they eat Tide Pods and they drink bleach and they lick toilet seats to get coronavirus. And you know what? Those ones, I'm going to tell you, yeah, man.
They're the ones that are useless.
Well, they are useless. They're you probably good useful idiot. Actually, they'd probably be good useful idiots if they're that dedicated to doing the opposite of what they're told. Then they could be easily manipulated into doing what you want them to do by telling them not to do that. You know what I mean?
Maybe-
Useful idiots come in handy.
Maybe we can trick a bunch of them to move to Chernobyl.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Let's do that.
We could sell it to them cheap real estate. Don't tell them nothing. And
Right.
because their liberal teachers didn't teach them shit about it and they skipped over all of that, they'll wonder why they're growing that third eye.
Well, I heard
Comes
that
with a-
fires broke out there, and it's made the radiation get stronger. Yeah, there's fires in Chernobyl.
Yeah, the fire
crazy.
is picking up all the radiation into the atmosphere. Yep.
Yeah,
Nothing like Fukushima, though, bro. Don't worry, movie buff. Fukushima was the worst thing that the Pacific Coast has probably ever had to endure
yeah.
in like a radio. I can't think of words right now because I'm trying to make sure.
Radioactive.
Radioactive event.
Yep.
Fukushima was when that nuclear radiator overreacted in Japan, and it was right there on the coastline. So it was spilling out radioactive waste into the Pacific Ocean, and they were detecting particles of the cesium-138 from Fukushima in California shores, and this is something with a half-life of 50 years that causes cancer. Okay, so let's say you're at the beach, you're swimming, and you get a particle of cesium-138 up the nose in the water. That's going to go somewhere in your body and cause cancer in 25 years or 30 years. And it's also being ingested by fish in the Pacific Ocean. They're swimming, they're breathing, their gills act like a filter that filters out water and gives them air. Well, when they bring in water that has cesium-138 in it, it goes into the meat. And when you put that on your plate, in front of your family, you're feeding them, cancer causing. I don't eat Pacific seafood anymore because of that one event. I only eat Atlantic seafood or, stuff from the Gulf Coast. And that's even sketchy.
Yeah.
What's up, Alpha Wolf?
I wonder if it sets off a Geiger counter, these fish and stuff.
Howdy.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure
Howdy,
they do.
guys. Howdy, guys. Thank you for the welcome me. Thank you.
Yeah, well, welcome to the stream, Alpha Wolf. How you doing, Alpo?
I'm doing good. I just want to support your chat because you guys are great, and I think more people should be here. Because you guys are awesome. And
Well, then tweet us out or whatever you can do and get some people in here.
that's why I'm here. People
All right.
follow. People
All right.
follow.
Yep.
Just
Copy that. Anything else going on there, Alpo?
No. Let's get back to what you guys were talking about.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear some of these stories in 20 years when they're written books about people. They were told by the Democratic Party that if they join a convoy and march with their abuelita 2,000 miles across Mexico, that they're going to get into America. And then they got all the way to the gates of America and they were turned down. And, honestly, that's justice. I understand it's law and order. If you don't want to come here the right way, it's the wrong way. You're going to get turned away. But God, I got to feel for some of these people, man, that were told by some kind of a Democrat, right? No, I understand, Jake. Certain fish are Pacific, like cod, and then there's Atlantic cod, and they have migratory patterns, but those are all taken into account. I don't think they could travel straight through the United States. They have to go around the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah,
So
then they got to buy a ticket for the Panama Canal, I think. And I don't know if they sell tickets to fish.
Oh shit!
That's if they migrate south. Isn't that right, Movie Buff?
Well, go around Cape. What is it? Cape Horn? What's the one of the South America Cape?
Yeah. They got to go all the way around unless they take the canal.
Cape Horn might be Africa, but what is the one at the bottom of Argentina? I can't. Cape something.
Those few lucky fish that make it through the Panama Canal. Yeah. Okay. You agree with that, Alpo?
I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
Okay.
Keep talking. Who's this guy to the right of me? What is your name?
Nick.
Yeah, it's Nick.
And
like Dick, but Nick.
No, it's like Nick, not like Dick.
Mean Dick.
Yeah.
Mean Dick, brother.
Don't get me started. I just woke up. Don't get me started.
You know, the next question that he's going to ask you, Nick, is if you know what a Brazilian is.
So your theory about the Panama Canal and the salmon going to the man, you are talking a lot of things there, man.
Who, me? Yeah, sure.
That was Yemen.
Are you the brother of Elbow?
No, I'm not Elbow's brother.
Oh God.
No. You sounds like him because what you're saying is just silliness. Like, come on.
Elbow.
The Panama Canal, man. What are you talking about, man?
We were talking about something. Elbow, he doesn't make any sense when he talks, man. He'll sit there and he'll just be like, "Yeah, so I'm the king of the free world," and I just got a donation. Everyone, woo, in the chat.
Now, Alpo, did you watch your stream today?
Nick, what is your point? What is your point? Can you be like, give me the cliff notes. What is your point? I've been listening to you for the last 10 minutes, and you, for me, right now, you don't make any sense. What is your point?
I was told by a doctor that I had mild synesthesia, which makes me more intelligent than approximately like 80 or 90% of the population. And so when I talk, a lot of the time people think they're dealing with a crazy person.
Hold on. Let me take a look at all my degrees on the back that I have here. Okay. So you're telling me that you're smarter than what? Come on. You know what? I just ask you a question. What is your point? What is your point? I don't need you to tell me that you have better votes than me.
Hey, can I tell you something?
You are going to tell me that you have like a 12-inch dick? Are you going to tell me that you have a 12-inch dick? Come on. Get real.
Oh God, everybody! Really? Oh God! Oh, I don't want to do that. Here, I hit the wrong one. There it is, everybody. Oh God! Now I'm watching my chat numbers go from 11 to 10 to 9, like it was a countdown. Alpo, you know, you're killing my side chat, Alpo.
We're calling him Alpo. That's dog food, yeah.
Well, that's what he wants to be called. He wants to be called Alpo.
That's his nickname.
Yeah, I try and call him Alpha Wolf, and and it's like, my name is Alpo. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm from Florida.
Oh God!
Let me look at all my degrees on the wall.
Machines.
Hold on while I check all my degrees on the wall.
Yeah, all right. That was a great one.
Start with a doctorate. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get him back up here. Let's see what he says.
He's talking bullshit.
Hey, let me tell you about all the degrees on the wall, and let me ask you about the girl's regime.
I have a lot of degrees.
Yeah. Let's hear about them.
2, 3 degrees.
I got the 1. Yeah, that's right, Nick. He's like the count.
I got the 1.
I got the 4 degrees.
And Mexico did not pay for it, That's
I did not know the count was the Puerto Rican. 1 degree, 2 degree.
He said he bought his degrees.
I
bought them at the local flea market. I thought they were record albums.
I needed toilet paper.
That's it.
I had degrees until I used them.
You can laugh.
Oh, we are going to laugh, Alpo. Come on. Did you tweet this out, Alpo?
I believe you and your degrees. I believe you.
Yeah.
I'm just an ignorant speak, motherfucker.
Oh, what? An ignorant one?
You know how they insult Puerto Ricans?
Yeah, that's a racist term. Yes.
Yeah, that's a racist. You can call me speak. Come on.
Don't they just call you puta instead?
That's a good comeback right there.
Yeah. There you go.
That's okay, man. They call us. Well, at least they call me a redneck.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
What?
I don't see it either, man. You're a white guy. It looks like to
what
me.
Do you see? I just started some trouble here, so people can come.
He's
and
just
have
a white
fun.
guy that gets called out for different styles of facial hair.
What the fuck?
Now, what do you look like, Alpo?
Hey, listen.
All of us came up, Alpo. What do you look like?
You look like Alpo Wolf.
Do you have the olive tone skin?
What?
Like the king? Do you have the olive tone skin like the king?
No.
The more you go out in the sun, the more olivey it gets, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, goodness, Jesus Christ! What I just started.
You got the cool beard. It's all trimmed up real nice, all lined up from the Latino barber
you
shop.
guys to go and pray and kneel in for Jesus. And
Hey, my barber's from Ecuador.
Are you Christian people? Do you believe in God?
Is geese a word?
Yeah?
Is geese a word? Geese? No, they're
Geese.
geese.
Do you live with
A
geese?
goose is singular and geese is plural.
Plural, right? I'm the grammarian here.
Now, it depends on where you live, you know, where you grew up. You know, just like money and money is plural for money, but
Yeah.
people call it monies. I got me some monies.
And deer,
Alpo, you got money or monies?
right?
So you are trying to correct my grammar?
No, I actually
Is
called
that what
Ben
I'm
Carson.
listening
I called Ben
to?
Carson on
Oh
Fox
my
News the other
God.
day, and he called it monies.
You guys are
Oh, there is
incorrect.
the word money.
You're incorrect.
Like when you raise a lot of monies or something, there is money.
Alpo, my wife says hi, Mr. Boot. I don't know what she's talking about.
Uh-oh, Mr. Boot. Uh-oh. Is that one of your troll accounts, Alpo,
I know
Mr.
what
Boot?
she's talking about. I know what she's talking about. But you
Tell
don't.
us, enlighten us,
But
Alpo.
no. That's between the ladies and me. That's a gift.
Hey, I follow
That's a
that
gift.
channel too, man.
That is a gift that I have.
Oh, okay.
Ladies understand me, and you guys don't.
Alpo, get ready to work your
Go
button mouth.
fish, go fish, go fish, go fish.
I could sit up here and talk with you about politics, I guess, for too damn long.
No, you guys are good. You guys are good.
I
you are
talk too
behaving
damn
good.
much. I already know it.
Oh,
But
we've
yeah,
enjoyed your
everyone,
time.
I'm gonna
though.
take a kneel. I'm gonna pray for Jesus. That's right.
How old are you? How old are you?
31.
31. Man, you have your life ahead of you.
God bless. I know.
How old are you there, Alpo?
I'm an old motherfucker.
Not
I'm
as
an
old as
old
me.
motherfucker. But I have a son who's 28, and what I can tell you is, it's gonna be a new what is happening right now. It's gonna change the way things work. You, the younger males, you have your, you have to be prepared because things are not going to be that easy. And
No, they're gonna expect me to work for 3 people. I know.
I don't think that what I suggest is for you not to work for no one. Do your own business. Do acquire like a skill, and do your own shit, man. Don't please don't do
Yeah. Hey, Nick, he said do your own skill. Nick should learn how to whittle wood. How about that, Alpo?
I know how to weld, bro.
Whittle wood, I said.
But don't do it. Corporations, the company.
And then Alpo, I'm gonna learn some really cool Amish traits. You know, how to grow my own food and walk behind that ox as it plows my fields.
Yeah, man. Are you the guy that actually works at the auto major company?
Oh, I guess I might be. What do you want to know about it?
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna talk to you, dude. I hear about the ventilators, bro.
We're making some.
Hell yeah.
You will be proud of me.
We've made a shit ton of ventilators, and we've made over 1 million face shields. And no bullshit. It's like we're all about that number, and 4 people. We want to build that product, and the shift to shift, because they run 2 12s. One shift keeps trying to outdo the other one as many ventilators they can make.
Wow.
And then, you know what I mean? Once you get that production going, even with the face masks, they've made over 1 million face masks. And it's like one shift to another. They want to keep seeing who can outdo the most.
Hey,
thousands and thousands a day.
Have you seen Teslas?
No, I didn't see anything Tesla has done.
It comes with an external monitor, everything. It's not just a ventilator. It's like a whole computer system.
Well, the thing is everybody got set up by the companies that actually make the ventilators. No one's making their own fancy ventilator. Everybody got set up by the companies that actually produce them, so we can go into more of a mass production.
Yeah, but a lot of these companies, they're using parts that they use on vehicles or on their equipment for the ventilators.
Yes, I've heard that.
Tesla, I think that they showed a diagram, and like a good 50% of the parts for these ventilators are made by Tesla.
That's cool.
But yeah, dude, cool. That's a big step up in the game. Now all these different auto companies are being forced to do, by Trump, an executive order, have been forced to manufacture these things. It's really interesting to watch America work.
The thing about that is it's all being done, Nick, by volunteers. The ventilators that Ford's producing and the face masks that Ford is producing, it's all being done by volunteer workers, and they get their full unemployment and they get everything they need, but you were not penalized if you were not able to go and join these people. Because I got offer, from the company to come make ventilators.
No, you got to go far away. You got to go far away. And that's
it ain't about going far away. I mean, it's that I can't. There are certain people that work for the company where we cannot put our families at risk.
Right.
So if I was to have gone and done that, I would have to quarantine myself permanently from my family.
But you have to study how the viruses work, and it's not that easy to be contaminated. And people they don't understand how it works, and you should. I'm not going to preach about it, but go online, man. It's not as bad.
Go where?
COVID-19.
Oh yeah, it's not that bad. It's less, it ain't like having a flu or anything.
I see people that they,
I'm not going to put my family at risk, Alpha, of going to gas stations to fuel my car and going around people that I don't know where they go when they leave.
That's right.
Yeah, you understand that, Alpha?
All you have to do, like the Japanese do, leave your fucking shoes out of your house, okay? Because the shoes.
What do you think this is? Hepatitis C, and you just pick it up on your shoes? You know that plan about how the little baby? You ever heard that story, Alpha? How the little baby gets hepatitis C because daddy stepped in some contaminated blood and then came home and kicked his shoes off, and the little baby eats plays and licks the bottom of the shoe.
Listen to me. Somebody,
I don't have to listen to you, buddy. I'm doing what's safe for my family. And if you're the fool that would go out in public and contaminate your family,
I don't need your rudeness. Okay,
I'm not being rude.
So
let's hear your reason why.
You are being rude, and
I want to hear your reason why.
I don't like it. I'm just trying to share some information with you, and you're being. Rude.
I get plenty of information every day on Fox News.
Oh my God, Fox News! Oh shit! That's it.
Yep.
My dad is out there thanking you for the plug, man.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
I told my dad, I was like, dude, you do a political podcast, I do a political podcast. Why don't you ever have me on your show? And he's like, because I don't want people to know we talk, motherfucker.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, but you want to tell me why I need to put myself in harm's way?
Yeah, dude, I've been trying to take myself out of the game as much as possible. I heard it was stay home, save lives.
Yeah.
Why would I put myself out there, Alpo?
I stay home, but I was used to it 6 months ago. I was comfortable with staying home.
Yeah,
Now-
dude,
now-
I've been socially distancing myself my whole life.
Right.
Oh, I did have a guy I work with that decided to travel all over the country, and he was in Florida. I could have sent him to your house.
Well, we gave him a chance.
You gonna let some complete stranger in your house after he's gone to the beach and gone to all these bars and ate all this takeout food from all over the country?
Yes, I told you, man, when I left that former 4th grade student in my backyard, he burned a fucking cross and he put his hand up, Heil Hitler. God,
Yeah, you got to hear this crazy story, Nick.
Dude. No, dude, they're not putting their hands up like Heil Hitler. That's everyone thinks that.
yeah.
Everyone thinks that, but they're not doing that. The Klan actually doesn't like. They don't share the same ancestry or the same life story. They actually don't like Hitler. Like the Klan does it with their left arm, and the Hitler sycophants, they do it with their right arm because Hitler used to hail with his right arm. So now the Klan says we salute. They salute the same way, but with their left arm. And also during the cross lighting, it's not called a cross burning. During the cross lighting, they do go like this. They put their arms up like that, and it's like
weird.
hailing their god. It's the burning cross is the same as the burning Star of David, is the same as the burning crescent. The burning symbol of religion is just the most extremist form that you can find. I'm looking for it. Yes, hold on.
Yes, but yeah, man, you know, this guy was just high on his pills. I mean, he was complete. Right after that, he fell flat on my patio and had to recover from that. Oh, just
How would you like that, Nick? You're a retired school teacher, and your high students keep stopping by the house.
burning crosses and saying,
During a pandemic, no doubt.
right, I want to find a state that has no Jews, no blacks, and no something.
And you know what?
Oh,
you know
God,
what's
you
really
should move up here to Michigan
you
where
said
that lady
that
was gonna run.
happened. I can't find it. Let's use the other one. You said that happened at your house, that they
What?
burned a cross on your lawn?
Well,
Yeah, it was an individual man, though.
yeah.
Dude,
What?
you have some really cool students.
A former student of mine in 4th grade years ago, and it was a very windy day, 40-mile-an-hour winds, and he also poured gasoline out in the back of a wooden cart, and that caught fire. So my friend's on the phone from Georgia, and we're deciding whether to call 911 on him or not. It was horrible.
Yeah.
The cross wasn't very big, though.
No,
All kidding aside, though, it's not safe for other people to do that. I wouldn't recommend anyone go do that.
no,
That's just a wild story.
it is. He's a wild
That is insane.
But he thinks it was some kind of meds that the doctor gave him, you know, for the last time he visited, you know, the side effects. But he was too coherent with it. I mean, he actually made sense sometimes, but he threw in all these extremist things. It was awful.
Oh, I can believe that.
Oh, it was awful.
Hey, y'all, can I come back in a little bit?
Yeah, we're probably going to end this anyway, Nick.
All right, yeah, man. Well, it's always fun seeing you, bro. And thank
Oh, no,
thank
I
you,
enjoy
Movie
it.
Buff.
And I had been talking to Movie Buff saying, yeah, we got to get you two together. You know,
We should do it again sometime. I'm down to do it again sometime.
Yo, no
we just
problem.
got really busy towards the end of the stream, but next time I'll make sure that I can sit down and we could pick each other's minds. I love talking to teachers because I'm so used to dealing with, like, you know, there's not really a spectrum to it, but sometimes there is. Sometimes you find that one teacher where you're like, wow, why can't all teachers be more like you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I'm glad to be out of it since 1980 because I don't need to bring a gun to class nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they say that being a teacher or a student is like as dangerous as being a soldier in the U.S. military now.
That's right. And what else happened since 1980 about that? I was trying to think the differences in nowadays schools, public school system. It's not the same. We even used to have parents that would say, if he needs a good crack, give it to him. Of course, I never did.
Oh, yeah. I remember them days.
Farmers' parents, yes. Farmer kids. They really had a lot of home discipline.
All right, Nick. Well, we'll see you next time, buddy.
Hey, have a really great night, and thanks for having me up.
Oh yeah, anytime, man.
I'm all for that, by the way. I wish we could go back. I wish we could go back to the way things used to be.
Oh yeah.
We can't. You know what?
Well,
one
hell,
thing.
in India, if you got that coronavirus and you go outside, they're gonna come beat you with a stick and chase your ass home. They're taking it serious there.
Come
on, turn them off. Right, go ahead.
In the end of like one of Donald Trump's speeches, they were talking about teachers, right? And they were talking about abuse in the home. You go ahead, Jesse. I'll be out there in a minute. They were talking about abuse in the home, right? And they were saying that, do you guys think that with kids being home with their parents all the time, the abuse rate of children is going to go up or down, right? And these stupid idiots were saying up, up, up. And I'm over here saying down, because nowadays a lot of these kids are accusing their teachers of abuse, and Donald Trump said it himself. Teachers' jobs, their number one job is to recognize odd behavior or signs of abuse in the home and report it. So the way I take that shit is that the one purpose of teachers, the one job that they can do that parents can't do, is report the parents, be a tattletale and be like, oh, you know, like his kid blank or whatever I don't know, symptoms or signs of abuse. But the one job of teachers is to interfere with the parenting that goes on in the home nowadays.
Oh,
so
they've always questioned our children. You know, we know that. I remember going to school and being questioned by teachers.
Yeah, me too. It's really terrible, actually, that they take the trust away and they totally disregard. You know, the parents would not appreciate that shit, to be asked those kind of awkward, strange questions, these desensitizing and abnormal scenarios. And it's like, you know what? If a kid puts themselves in harm's way and where they could die if there wasn't intervention, the parent should be able to spank them for it and go, hey, you know, like, they could have been a lot worse. You could have been dead. You need to pay attention and focus on, you know, the risks that you're taking, because one day it could kill you. Sometimes I do think that kids need that, like, you know, that heavy-handed parent.
Oh, I get that.
There does need to be some kind of discipline in the home. Absolutely. And this is coming from a parent. Like, I'm telling you, I have 2 little boys, and sometimes they act up. And it's not abuse to spank your kids, but you can't do it unless they're putting themselves in danger.
Yeah.
Right. When you really need to get their what's the word I'm looking for? Attention. You know, that's when you tell that little 3.5 or 4-year-old, I'm going to swat you on the ass. And if they've already felt it once, they're not going to want to feel it again.
Right. Well, and
they kind of get that.
They need to know you're serious. You can't do it out of anger. That's what all of these children's psychologists, children's psychiatrists say, is that, you know, corporal punishment is wrong. Being a heavy-handed parent is a different story, but you can only do it when you're trying to teach a lesson and out of love.
Well, once they won't recognize your words, once they're totally disregarding your words and asking them to listen, then at some point, yes, I may have to put my hands on the child.
But that's the thing, is like, when you've done it, you can think back, and like, I literally can't even think back to the last time I've had to spank my kids.
I don't agree that you should have to be beating your child into their teenage years, but I could agree as a toddler, and to smack a hand and stuff like that so they understand. That's part of parenting. When you're trying to talk to a child that can't even get it, you know.
Well, if you touch the stove, you get burned. That's the point they're trying
to. There you go, movie buff. That's the same thing. And, you know, I'd rather smack a hand than see it burned.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Nick's phone died or if he froze up, but we're almost at the 3-hour mark. So we're cool tonight, everybody. And Nick, thanks for coming up again. I appreciate it. And yeah, we will continue this another day, everybody.
Yeah. Good night, chat.
Thank you for being up here, movie buff.
Yeah, thank you for asking me. We didn't get into the real,
Oh
drag
no,
out.
he died.
Yeah, we didn't really get into
We'll get into it again with him. No, Nick's pretty cool. I like Nick.
Yeah, it worked out good. And his wife seems very nice too.
Oh yeah, people run their mouths. They're trolls.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But on that note, everybody, later, dudes.
Yeah, goodbye, chat.